All right, hello once again. We're back with the VALORANT podcast here, the YAP2ASIA, where we will yap till our heart's content. I'm Black and Blue, with me once again, Sleepy Studios, Quack, Paper Thin, Jwandy as well behind the desk as well, or the camera rather. But DubsteP is our main guest of the day here. Sleepy, we're going to start with you. How you doing first and foremost? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I miss you, Mr.
Yep.
Derailer. It's been a while. It's been a long day at work today as well, so a bit sleepy, haha. But I am here. I am happy because I'm meeting my old friend DubsteP here, and I'm excited to talk about more stuff.
Lovely. Well, I can't really derail stuff now because I'm the host, so we're gonna get nowhere if I do. But Quack, how you been?
Doing all right. Just Korea's been Koreaing, cherry blossoming, and yeah, hanging out with the other casters and stuff. It's all good.
Yeah, the weather's been on a seasonal change, hasn't it?
A little bit warmer, I think. It's like spring is finally properly arriving, so it's not as cold as anymore.
Maybe you can Paper Thin can have a picnic now, right?
Like, yeah, we go down the Han River. We can have a picnic. Let's do it.
How you been, Clint?
Good. I'm good. I also was cherry blossoming. I went to a city down in the southern part of Korea to do that. Very nice. Had a very lovely time. Yeah. Other than that, just working. And of course, I got a little gift that I want to show you guys. It is a quack.
Quack.
It is
a quack.
It is a quack ocarina that my Korean teacher got me from Taiwan, actually.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do a little bit of it here. It's kind of tough because it's really small.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I actually thought it would
That's
make
a little
a quack sound.
Well, Paper Thin. Next episode, die
Yeah.
for you.
Oh my
Or
god!
something from
Oh
Legend of
no!
Zelda.
Oh, ooh!
Ocarina of
If I
Time.
heard some of that music, yeah, that'd be good too. I'll
Yeah.
look into it. It has like a little sheet that tells you how to play the different notes on it.
Oh, there you
so-
go.
Yep.
Easy.
I was half expecting you to just go like "Wah," as soon as you blow it.
Yeah, me too.
That's what DubsteP said.
Like a duck call or something.
Like Elmer Fudd and Looney Tunes or something.
Well, DubsteP, you are the man of the hour here. Our guest, thank you so much for joining us on the 10th ever episode of the YAP2ASIA podcast. The first pro player as well, by the way, or retired pro player. That counts as well. Here on our show, how have you been doing, my good sir?
Thank you for having me. And life has been peaceful. I've been playing TFT every now and then. I've been competing in the Box Bootcamp.
Oh,
And
nice.
but I believe I will be eliminated tomorrow.
I don't like this stuff.
It's okay. It's okay.
Are you gonna stream it?
I was streaming it, but
Oh,
Okay.
sick.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm happy to be here. I miss everyone in this.
Oh,
in
we
this-
miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
For
TFT still riot at the end of the day. So you're a loyal man. You're a loyal man, DubsteP. And Jwandy.
Hello, Jwandy?
What's up? How you doing, Jwandy? Are you there?
Hey guys, everything's good. Enjoying life, covering VCT as usual, and yeah, thanks DubsteP for joining us today. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Yeah.
All right. How many shit posts do you have for us this week?
Let's see.
I like the shit post, man. It makes my day sometimes.
VALORANT is top tier shit.
Yeah.
Top
Oh, yeah.
tier. The goat is right here.
It almost makes me want to think of like a shit post account for VALORANT Asia. Shit post to Asia?
Shitpost Asia.
Maldo to Asia. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think of some good ones. Yeah.
Yeah. The level that you were able to reach, right? You played at the top of SEA as a whole. You made the champs. You guys did so much work on that OG Team Secret squad. And I know you played, afterwards, after Team Secret, you played in like Oasis and stuff too. But and after that is when you retired. But what I remember, there was, I think, a point in time, even before Valorant, that you were already a big name in FPS, right, in Southeast Asia. But where did your gaming kind of like experience start in the first place? What brought you into competitive gaming?
I think back in high school, I was the team captain of the basketball team I was studying at. So like competing for me, it's kind of very a familiar feeling. And on the competition in my high school days, we kind of lost the finals. And then at that moment when we lost the finals to another school, at that moment I didn't want to lose anymore. So I felt like every time I do something like playing Dota or playing anything at all, like playing CS, playing Valorant, I didn't want to lose to every single one of the games that I played. So I feel like me not wanting to lose kind of fired up that passion to compete like someday.
I guess after that, you became a tryhard, basically.
Yeah.
Things worked out for you. I mean, guys, dubstep. When was the last time you saw dubstep, like Quack, for example?
God, I don't know. Since first year of Pacific.
Wow.
Right? Kind of.
Right? What year are we in Pacific now? Third?
Yeah.
Third
Mhm.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Halfway
Yeah.
through third year.
2023 was when it started.
To think,
I
yeah, go
last
ahead.
met Dubstep 2022. We were just talking about it. We were actually not at a Valorant event or whatever. It was at a Dota event,
Really?
the international. So
Yeah.
Oh, you went to TI.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, 2022 in Singapore because it's close, So I went.
Oh. How's it compare? No, I'm kidding.
Do you really want me to answer that?
Well, I mean, dubstep. We talked about. You even played on CS RRQ before, right?
Right,
So
right.
like
Yeah.
now they're a Valorant team, they're a Valorant franchise team, and playing in CS compared to Valorant. I think I remember doing an article with you like a few years ago, maybe a year or two ago, on how things have changed in C since Valorant, right? And how things blew up. Now we have boot camps. So many teams have different orgs now who are much more active compared to where C was. But just to reiterate some of those opinions you shared with me a long time ago, and now that you've kind of seen a bit more after retirement, how do you think things are going now in FCA and in the region as a whole in Asia for FPS now that Valorant's like and has been established as a big thing?
I think Valorant coming into Asia was the biggest thing that happened in esports, like in FPS wise at least, because it kind of kickstarted a lot of orgs like investing. Because because if you can see, like a lot of bigger orgs went into like creating teams, even before franchise. Like you can see, Bren was one that was kind of surprising for me also, because when Valorant was new, like there were like a lot of orgs coming in and coming out of the scene as well. So I think it kick started a lot of orgs, so it's a really good like a really good improvement from what I used to experience back in CS.
Mm. Are you surprised how well China is doing right now? Like as a whole, the region in Valorant, like in
Mhm.
FPS, because they were a team that, or rather a region that early on in the lifespan of Valorant, people are like, yeah, and then now they're like, oh my god, holy shit. So was this something you saw coming when you started playing Valorant? Did you think like Chinese teams, for example, since they kind of have their own circuit, do you think they would be as big as they are right now?
I guess I'm not really surprised. Like I know China will always be China. Like China players in general are built different. I've
Yeah,
I've seen it in a lot of different
I
games.
asked this because you were on Team Aster, right,
All
before.
right, yeah.
So, which is why I brought this up. Like, is this something you kind of saw coming, knowing that you played, with some of these
Mm,
guys?
Team Master was different. Team Master was crazy, man. On Team Aster, they made me IGL, and the three Chinese guys are speaking in Chinese while I'm speaking in English, and Rocio and me are the only ones talking in the team. It's crazy, bro. I have to do call outs in Chinese, but I have to IGL in English, bro.
You guys had Biank,
Wow.
who was on Trace Esports now.
Yeah. A very good friend also.
You still talk to these guys?
Not really, but Rocio, yeah.
Ah,
Sometimes.
Bang Agil.
Bang Agil, yeah.
Yeah.
What was Bianke like back then? Like, was he?
He was very silent. Like
Hmm.
I feel bad for him sometimes though, because this guy 813 and Gas, they were screaming at him most of our screams, man. I don't know if this is a Chinese thing or not, like because sometimes the way they talk, it sounds like they're mad, but not really. Something like that, man. But I didn't say anything, but I feel bad for him during that day. It was like 1 week of screams, and man, they were
I mean,
just screaming at him.
Well, this is interesting because you have firsthand experience with this language barrier, and we're
Mhm.
seeing a lot of that happening in, or at least we posit that it is happening in a lot of the teams, especially in
Mhm.
China too, because they're like
Yep.
importing a lot of players.
Mm.
How much of an effect it really has on like team communication and performance, that kind of stuff? You think?
I wanted to touch on that later, but since you
Oh,
asked,
sure.
yeah. I have a thing with like successful teams and their coaches. Because if you can see, like DRX, they have a Korean coach. Gen.G, they have a Korean coach. Boom Esports, they have Six Fingers, Indonesian coach. And if you look at the other teams where ZETA, they have a Brazilian coach.
Mm.
And Team Secret, they have a Korean coach. You know, it kind of feels there's a pattern here.
Mm.
Something like that. So for me, I'm not saying it's the coach's fault, right? I'm just saying like having that language barrier, not not like not like mm, what's the word? Not like this like distract them or something. It's it's kind of hard to see, you know.
Right.
Like how do you perform with with a local coach instead, something like that.
Right.
Mm.
Interesting. So you're
Okay.
saying there's no excuse for paper X, for example, because there's no language barrier
I mean, Paper
there.
Rex is an international team for me.
Okay.
Because
Thank you, Debbie.
it's entirely different when you have like 5 players on the same nationality. That's
Right.
why I didn't mention Paper Rex Global Esports.
Yeah.
Those team.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about the fact that they have a Pinoy now, though? DubsteP.
Oh, that's that sings so much Pinoy pride in me, you know? Like when I saw cause before Kelly S left for Korea, we had dinner, and I told him one of my biggest regret before retiring is I couldn't be teammates with PatMen, because I know this guy is very good. I know this
Oh.
guy will be big someday. And then before I knew it, he was signing to Paper X. I'm like, oh shit, what's
Oh,
really
yeah.
happening, man?
All right. All right. I like the
Yeah.
sound of that, and he did pretty good in his
hmm
debut too.
Actually, I like his debut.
Yeah.
He
What
didn't
do you
show. Mhm.
what do you like about him? What in particular like makes you think he's going to be
Mm,
a star?
I think his consistency and his agent pull suits his playstyle so much.
Mm.
He's a very, he's not very aggressive, but he's also kind of aggressive, and I like that. I like being aggressive because in terms of like playstyle, I've been playing the duels for so long, and I wanted to see more Filipinos shine through their aggressiveness, not just in the duelist role, you know.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see what you're saying because every
Yeah.
time I see PatMen play the KO, what he would do is always just flash and jump right after
Yeah. Like an
whichever
ascent,
corner he
yeah,
does it
ascent
on a
short,
stand.
yeah.
Yeah. So I see what you mean when you're saying like he has this aggressive play style using an initiator, which I really appreciate, and it feels like he fits right in, right, with
Like
the
what I
paper
mean
initiator.
is he's not scared to play, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like he's there to he's there to show himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah, I think he even had an interview or he said something on the video recently where he was like, I'm playing with like the best mechanical players in Asia right now.
hmm
So I'm just here to support these guys, right? And just help them do what they do. So I love the mindset from him, especially
Yeah.
being a young player. I remember seeing him at like SR Nakag dubstep before,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2 years
Oh.
ago. And he was like, okay, he's okay. And then literally the year after, the very next year, very next split of VCT, he improved tenfold. He was like 3 times a better player than he already was. He was already a pretty good player. And then he somehow got even better on that team. And that's what I guess was really impressed by. So yeah, I have to kind of echo those sentiments. PatMen did good so far. Obviously he doesn't have as much experience at the top level as some of the other guys. So I think that will come over time. But you know, I asked you already the fact that there's a Pinoy player on Paper Rex. Do you think that Pinoys as a whole, when you have them on a single team, do you think that's more effective if the whole team is Pinoy compared to kind of having Pinoys, just kind of picking out the best ones and trying to slot them into international teams. Because right now, what we're seeing is Team Secret full Pinoy roster. It hasn't really been panning out the way that people would hope to expect from them. But you see like a team like Global Esports, and they look a bit better, right? You see a team like 3x, and sorry, Sleepy, but like you're 0-3, but like
I understand.
they're okay. They're doing okay, right? They're doing okay at least in comparison to Team Secret. They look better at the very least compared to the full Pinoy roster. Do you think that there's a systemic problem in having a full Pinoy team compared to just getting the best pieces and trying to integrate them into more international rosters like PRX and Global?
I don't think it's being like the full Pinoy team, because I've been in this team for a while, and I don't know, man. Like ever since ever since ever since I don't want to make it sound this way. Ever since I left the team, it's been different.
Speak your truth, King Dubby.
Speak your truth.
It's just different, man. I mean, I've been supporting the boys still. I've been telling them, hey, you'll get your next win next week, man. Keep your chin up. Like, fuck the haters, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's big coming from you, for them. They're all younger than you, except for Jessie, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they all look up to you. And so to hear as a veteran of the scene, it's definitely a kind of an uplifting thing. I would wager that, looking at where they are right now, I don't think that they're definitely pleased with kind of like how the outcome has been. But I mean, your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts as the dude who was like, okay, I'm gonna take almost every other Team Secret interview because everybody else was kind of shy, right, back in the day.
Okay.
What do you think is what's the one thing that you think you could kind of change up about this team? What's something that they could do to make things work? You have experience on this team, you have experience competing, Team Secret All Pinoy roster. You're the Pinoy guest right now. What do you think?
Maybe they need an assistant coach. No, I'm just kidding. No, in all seriousness, though.
I need work.
I love it.
In all seriousness, though, I think it's just the way that they're playing. It feels like I'm still playing with the same thing, the same team I was playing before. So it feels like there's no change in play style. I feel like it's been the same thing over and over again, and I've been telling them this. I believe, like after we lost like LCQ finals against ZETA, like when Laz pulls out the chamber out of nowhere and then immediately destroys us. And I've been telling them, I mean, things like the way we play has to change. It kind of feels like we're just playing on the fly. We're playing on what's comfortable, like we're always just going back to what was working. It was never, oh, we should try this, oh, we should explore more. I mean, if we started losing, we're like, oh, we shouldn't explore any further, we need to win, something like that. And I feel like every Team Secret game is a coin toss, man. Like every time, that's what I felt when we were playing. Also, like we would just dish out random calls. Like, for example, Haven, we should go A. Oh, next round we should go A. Next round we should go A again. Bro, and we won the map.
That was a classic game, though. That was
crazy.
That was amazing.
I mean, to be fair, DRX has a weird comp. It was Harbor and Haven, so.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember.
I will never forget.
I forgot about that part.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that is wrong, that they never evolved to be something that they aren't. So yeah, it's like stepping out of your comfort zone, something like that.
There's kind of like a lack of evolution, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah,
the game has changed so much, but they're still kind of playing an old style and meta. But speaking of old things and things how things have evolved, don't worry, I'm not going to allude to anyone specific. For you, I'm not saying you're old, W. Okay, first and foremost, I'm just saying you're experienced. I'm just saying, but like Clint is here and like he takes the crown. Actually, no. How old are you?
Oh, I'm older than Dubby for sure.
Okay. I just want to
For sure. I know how old Dub is, and I'm a bit older.
All right. Yeah, I remember internally, guys, we call Clint team owner age. Yeah.
Damn. I don't know how to take that if you call me that. bro.
Team owner age. Wow.
Yeah,
Owner
he's getting
age.
there. You know, once you
I wish I had team owner money.
Amen. Amen.
Hey, don't take it wrong, because there are other team owners who are actually kind of young. Like, for example, Full Sends into Shaya. She's
All
pretty.
right.
She's like early 20s. So,
Holy.
Clint,
Cool.
one day you could be.
Yeah, I did. Maybe. I don't think I ever want to own a team, if I'm honest. I like casting, man. I'm good.
For sure, the stress. But I mean, yeah, DubsteP, you started in Valorant even before Bren on a team called the Droid. Am I mistaken? Or
Mm,
no,
Not really.
no. You
So
guys
the-
formed Bren, but like, what was your team before Bren?
actually it was a CS team in Malaysia, and one of the
Oh.
players who I was with is now in Naos, which is Aduka, I
Alright.
think.
Oh, Aduka.
Yeah.
Aduka, yeah.
I've been teammates with him in CS. Like he was one of the last teammate I've ever had in CS.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Dispenser was bugging me every day. It's like, please come to
Valo.
Valorant, please come on. I'm like, man, stop bugging me, dude. And then
Right.
I proceeded enjoying Valorant. I'm like, oh fuck CS, man. I'm
So what
moving out.
made you decide? What made you decide to finally go and try it back then?
I think it's a lot more fun when it came out. Like it's crazy
Oh.
different. Like for me, it was Overwatch and CS together in one
Yeah.
game, so it
Yeah.
was so fun. Like with all the abilities, man, I
Mhm.
can
Jet,
stop playing.
refreshing knives.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
It's crazy
yeah.
also because when I was at CS practice, like right after CS practice, I would hop on to Valorant and just play like for 5 more hours, dude.
Man.
This guy.
I feel bad though.
Nah.
I mean,
don't.
practice is done. It's still
True.
FPS.
You're still a
True.
kind of practice. It's like
Yeah.
cross training.
Similar mechanics.
True.
Yeah.
It's like being a basketball player and playing volleyball
I
on the
mean,
next one.
Yeah, back in the day,
Yeah,
exactly.
Balls are
You could-
balls, bro.
Balls
yeah.
are balls.
You could actually play Valorant on low sense, like back in the day, and be like reasonably okay. Where like now it's like you cannot
Oh,
because like
no.
CS. I know I used to play CS on like mega low sense, and
Yeah.
like same with Val when I first started, and now it's like if I do that, I'm just getting
Yeah.
flashed all the
Yeah,
time.
CS is different, man. You can hear everything, like all the grenades and shit.
Mm.
But for Valorant, no, bro, you will never hear a Phoenix flash.
Nope.
There's so many flash. Yeah, green flash,
Yeah,
red
yeah.
flash, yellow flash,
Yoru flash,
blue
out of
flash.
nowhere. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. Well, but how did that Bren Esports roster form? You mentioned, Dispenser. He was on a droid, right, with some of the
Yeah,
other guys.
yeah.
And then he invites you over, I assume. Like, how did that conversation go? Like, let's
Mm.
form a super team that became, Bren Esports.
I guess he kind of wanted me in a team also because, to be honest with you, like, he was the person who I was teammates with for the longest time. I think it was 8 years in CS. Or no,
Yeah.
no. Sorry, it was 4 years in CS.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been teammates with him for 4 years. Yeah, that guy in white t-shirt,
Yeah.
Dispenser.
Sir Dispenser.
And
So-
that's Baby Boy right there, right? To your right.
Oh, that's Retract, the Oasis coach right now on my
Yep.
left.
Retract,
Yeah.
Carter,
Mhm.
Dispenser on the far right in the white shirt.
Yeah.
Who's the guy on the far left?
That's Hannibal, our captain.
Hannibal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, so OG Mineski
Oh,
boys.
damn. Wait. This photo, man.
What year was this? What year was this, Dub?
I'm not. Oh, it's there. It's 2016. Holy shit.
Oh,
That
wow.
was 9 years ago. Holy shit.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn, that's Kaze, bro.
Jeez.
How's
Hey,
it feel?
man.
Huh?
How's it feel looking back at this, at the career you've had?
It's crazy because two of the guys in this picture are my last two teammates, Ayman and Achap.
Chop.
Yeah,
Chap.
those two guys, and the Thailand boys as well, and Genie.
Mhm. Genie is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice.
Well, I mean, obviously things
You know,
panned out.
Mindfreak was in this tournament.
Who?
Really?
Mindfreak?
Aaron.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah. He was with.
Why is he not in this picture?
Oh, they lost. You can ask him. You can ask him. He
Okay,
was in
okay,
this
okay.
tournament. Yeah, Kanaya Gaming.
Kanaya. Alright.
Oh, Asterisk was on that
Asterisk
team.
is there.
Okay.
We
Oh
go-
yeah, Esther's too.
Oh, NXL is there too.
Rolex was there.
All right. Is he in Valorant?
Rolex.
Yeah.
I think he played on like Sharper for a bit, like early
Mm,
in
okay.
the VCT lifespan.
Yeah, this is
You know
crazy.
what's
my God.
crazy? This is like-
Escaluzia, that's a PUBG player.
Oh,
That's straight up a PUBG
Excaluzia.
player.
What? Really?
Yeah. He played PUBG.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what's
Kaze,
crazy?
Kaze's there too as well.
Mm-hmm. The
Um,
goat.
The goat.
Gubby,
Yo.
in another timeline, we would have met there, because there was a point in time when I was like getting approached by NXL with this roster right there.
Oh, really?
So in another universe, we would have met there, and I don't know how that's gonna look like. That would
Yeah.
be cool, man.
NXL, bro. One of
Yeah.
the famous Indonesians team.
The OG.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah, I still
Well-
remember the logo. You know,
The logo. Yeah.
The logo.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what stuck with me.
And honestly, they were kind of a legend for Valo too. They won first strike, and then they just
Mm.
disappeared.
Oh,
wow.
really?
Yeah, hit and run. One first strike, bye bye. Nowhere to
Well,
go.
I mean, so did Dubby's former team, Bren Esports.
Oh,
you know?
true. But at least they went to. Well, sorry to mention this, but they did not go to Berlin. They qualified to Berlin.
They qualified for
They
Berlin.
All right,
qualified.
yeah. Let's talk about that. So you
Yeah.
guys, you guys obviously you play well, you qualify, that was I think split 2 or
That was,
3 of the
stage
VCT.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys beat Paper X, so both of you qualify. Because you both make it to the grand finals anyways, but you win, so you are technically the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
How was that? The fact that you guys worked so hard. I remember there was an emotional interview that you had as well right after, and then it just fizzles out because of ultimately logistical problems in visas.
I mean,
How did the team take that? How do you take that?
as a Filipino, man, it is what it is. When it happened, like right before my eyes, I was stunned, bro. Like I couldn't say anything. I just stared at the screen. I'm like, oh shit, we're not flying. I'm like, bro, this took so much time. Like it took so much years, man, and we're not flying. So it kind of felt so bad. I was so mad, man. I mean, when we qualified for champions, I really don't know how to feel because us
Oh.
qualifying for champions meant Paper Rex isn't going. So me celebrating kinda it's not me, man. Like what the fuck?
Mm.
Like how would I take that, dude? So cause I saw Paper Rex like kinda took a Filipino flag and made a
Yeah.
picture and like you're here in our hearts. I'm like, oh man, these dudes are they're so nice.
This was with the OG roster as well, with Shiba and Benkai.
Oh
Super
yeah,
team.
right. Damn.
Man, that's a long time
Damn.
ago. What?
A long time ago.
So
Were you
you
there,
guys
Cliff?
got what's that?
Were you
Was
there,
I at
Cliff?
Berlin? No, I wasn't there. I wasn't at Masters. I was at Champions.
I see.
I was actually going to ask him about it because I actually casted a lot of Team Secrets games at Champions in 2021. What was your like? So you finally got there. Like, what was maybe your most memorable thing about Champions in 2021? Was it like the Vikings game?
For
or was
sure,
it-
man. It's the Vikings game. you know what game it is.
Yeah.
It's the Vikings game because one it's the game that we qualified to playoffs, which we did not expect to go into, and yeah, it's crazy because I don't know, man. When after the game, Sassy kind of approached me. He shook my hand and he told me you're a beast. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Sassy, bro. Man,
Yeah.
I was this guy's fan, like even from league.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh dude, the emotions came for me that day.
Well, and if people don't remember, that team was pretty stacked. It
Yeah.
had Sasi, Sadox,
Oh yeah.
Like that was
those guys. Yeah.
that was a good team.
Yeah.
And you put up huge numbers. You went like
Oh,
plus
man.
20 on them or something, dude. You freaking you were on fire that day.
Dude, I couldn't believe like my performance on that game. I was like when I looked it back like after the game was over and like holy shit. That was like
I
a
did
world,
that.
world
I did
record
that.
ACS. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
at
still
the
at the
time.
top like right now on
Oh,
champions.
damn.
At least.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
How well did you sleep that night after winning the game?
I couldn't, man. I was just scrolling on my Twitter. Because to be honest with you guys, when I went to champions, I had like 5K Twitter followers. When I got back home, it was like 30K, bro. Like, holy shit. And then,
Well deserved.
like, yeah, people were asking me for pictures, like in malls, in random places. I'm like, holy shit, this has never happened to me before. Yeah, there's like 329. Crazy.
I mean,
So good.
well deserved, bro. I think kind of what drew people in, I was noticing, was kind of your personality, right? The fact that you guys were monsters, but still like funny and humble about it, right? It's not like the rub in your face type, type of thing. I guess it's not normal for us to be like that.
Yeah, I mean the
NBA.
fact that we were just happy to be there on the very least, that was more than enough for us to not be yeah, shove it in their face kind of.
I think
attitude.
I remember you talking about like you wanted to play against CNED of all people
Yeah.
during the event or something.
I should be more careful with my words, bro. Bro.
I mean, how did that pan out for you?
I mean, I don't know why, but every time we play like something, it's always when we get into the playoffs, whoever we play first is gonna be the champions, dude. I'm like, oh, for sure, okay.
Yeah, Ascend won that champions that
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
I mean, you got your wish. You got to play against
Two
CNED.
champions, eh?
Yeah,
Gambit instead.
Gambit too.
Oh yeah, he even gave me a jersey too.
Oh, nice.
Like he approached me after our game. And I'm like,
That's a rare jersey right there.
all
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Oh man, I
Nice.
had blue hair because I remember the like the person doing the like the makeup and stuff.
Mhm.
She was asking me what's your color of the day, and I'm like blue. Then she sprayed my hair blue. I'm like, oh cool.
It wasn't like your decision to go to like
I mean, I
hairdresser.
asked her what spray, like did they have like hair color sprays?
Right.
And then she asked,
Oh,
what was the color of the
I
day?
thought it was like super random. You were like chilling, and then she's like, "What color are you feeling right now? Blue."
Because
Your hair's gonna be blue
Because
now.
I told her coloring my hair on the game was very lucky because we kept winning. So I'm like, oh, color my hair again.
Nice.
Because
Nice.
on the Vikings game, it was like kind of dark red, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Red
I mean,
for
you guys-
blood.
I think it's appropriate, right? You were out for blood at that point, especially after your first game during the tournament, Champions 2021, was against Gambit. You guys took a map, which was great, but you weren't able to close out the series. But from then
Oh,
point
man.
forward, it's like you guys activated, right? You took down Crazy Raccoon first, and then you took down Team Vikings ultimately until you met Ascend. What was like? What switched on for you guys to just activate? Because you didn't drop a map up until you fought Ascend.
I think going up against Gambit first was a huge thing for us. Like even getting 13-0 on that series. But when we went up against Gambit and we lost the series, we kind of like everyone just woke up. Like it felt natural. We didn't even go in depth on what happened on this game. We just know like Bind was really close up until the second half, and it's crazy to me how we could go toe to toe with them, and we even got like one map which was Icebox.
Yeah, the first
So yeah, when we got that map, that's when we know like to ourselves that, oh, we're not just happy to be here. We're here to beat the shit out of people. I mean, like these banters that happen like inside the team. You're like we're very very overconfident.
Were you surprised?
Like, within ourselves.
Were you surprised that you won that map?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, we were very surprised when we won this first map. Like in the back rooms, we were like, "Holy fuck, it happened, man!" we were so happy we couldn't focus on the second map, bro. We weren't even talking about the second map. We were just happy. We were just happy we won the first map.
Oh
and then,
my
like,
goodness.
Maybe that's why you guys got 13-0.
That's why.
Yeah.
Now we
Yeah.
know. Now we know.
Honestly, we were happy too that you guys got like the first map. I remember watching it watch party with everybody, and we were like, "We're not shit. You know, we're not.
We're not the lesser region."
Dude, we needed that as casters in the back room because it was nothing but like EMEA, like
Yeah,
talk,
yeah,
like we're the
right,
best
right.
region. And there's like
Americas, yeah.
Sentinels, like maybe, but like like all EMEA, EMEA, and I was like, yeah, let's go. Like we're at least punching, like we're at least hitting.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly. and
God.
and this is vindication for me personally because I remember this is stage 3. I know this is champions, right? So Icebox has been out for like almost half a year at this point. And when watching other Icebox maps from other teams leading up to this, because I had to cover Filipino stuff, I was thinking like, I think SEA has the best Icebox
Mm.
so far early on when Icebox first came out. I think SEA has the best Icebox so far as a whole, as a region. And then when you guys won that, I was like, I told you guys. I told you guys. We know it for then on.
Nice.
And then after things fell out. But I mean, it ultimately worked out for you guys. But yeah, we're talking about that team, right? You guys made all the way to champions. Your teammates eventually, hard decisions have to come. I can't even imagine how it is to kind of choose like who do we cut, who do we add. That's something that even I personally, I know DubsteP, you and I have experience like kind of competing, but not on the server. I was like a
Yeah,
coach, you were the player,
yeah.
but those decisions weren't ultimately up to me. It comes down to the player, I think, sometimes a lot, especially in the team that I was on in South Build. But nowadays, JessieVash is the only remaining player on that team from the original roster. It's been, how old is he now at this point? He's one of the eldest players.
34?
Yeah, I
Something
think
like
yeah,
34, I think.
34.
Yeah, and he has
35?
been.
Oh,
he has-
35. Okay.
35. That's right, because
There
him and he's just a little bit younger than Angel, like just by like a couple months.
a few
Yeah.
months. So he's like the second eldest player in the VCT right now, right?
Yep.
So he's been competing for a while. And that dude has been competing even before Valorant, right? He's been competing in
Yeah.
multiple games.
I mean, he's
Looking
been competing before I was competing. So
Yeah,
that-
exactly.
That's crazy.
He was already a legend, even before I think you might have even started your competitive
Yeah,
career.
For
From
sure,
Dota,
for sure.
from Dota back in the day. He's like OG, when you talk about Philippine esports and stuff and competitors. What do you think is the main factor of why he's still competitive up to this day? Like sometimes you'd think like, okay, he might be like slowing down a bit, but then he somehow gets like a triple or a 4K out of nowhere, and you're like, that's some old dogs, I guess, got some tricks up his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do you think is the reason why he's still competitive after all this time?
I think he just really like plays a lot. Like he plays a lot. I'm pretty sure he plays more than anyone in the team right now.
Hmm.
Because I
Really?
believe his motto is like since I'm the oldest in the group, I have to be better than the younger players in the group. So he
Mm.
has this mentality where I have to play more than the younger players are playing.
Hmm.
So I think yeah, he plays a lot, and I believe he has the most games out of everyone in this group. I'm not sure, but that's what it felt like when I was in his team. Like I was teammates with him.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I
He's just
mean,
got like all that experience like built up.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
not just in-game experience, like mindset experience.
Mm.
Right. But what do you think is like the difference for like a more experienced older player with the younger players? How does that translate into like an actual game? Do you feel like do you notice like a difference in play style or whatever?
I think there's a huge difference for
Oh,
experienced players and younger players. Like for me, for example, experienced players will not like have like first game jitters, something like
right.
Mm.
overthinking inside the game. Like how
Okay.
would I warm up? How would I perform? Like do I even need to think of how I would perform? Like
Mm-hmm.
some of those factors, like a lot of the players, for example, like Patrick Hu, I believe this guy has like trouble like recentering his mindset right now. I
Mm,
feel like he's one of the players where, oh shit, I'm the duelist. I need to perform. I need to pad some stats, something like that, man.
Mm.
I feel like
right.
he's the type of person because, bro, he he's from VCT Challengers Philippines, like right into global esports VCT Pacific. I'm not surprised, okay? I'm just a little concerned when I saw that like out. I know like global esports did a tryout or something,
Yes.
but man, I was kind of surprised when I saw him there.
No,
So
I
yeah.
get the sentiment. That was like one of his first competitive teams ever. He somehow just so cracked that he played one stage of VCT Philippines local. One stage, right? And his team didn't even go far in the tournament, but it was
Yeah,
obvious that he was cracked.
exactly.
So he played like a few games and then he went straight to global esports.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when that
So
happened, I'm like, oh, where is PatMen?
Well, hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, I guess
Okay.
they got somebody with a similar role in Papi Chulo eventually.
Yeah, Papi
failed.
Chulo. And also Savvy,
And
that guy,
Savvy.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, JessieVash is a legend because I remember the day of that stage 3. You beat us, by the way, to qualify to Berlin. When I was with Alter Ego, and I
Oh, shit.
remember very clearly on the match day, I was telling my boys, guys, we're playing against an old man. We can win this very easily. And then he clutched us like 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah, in
So
Haven, right? In
on
Haven, man.
Haven, exactly, the first map. So I was from that moment on, I will never talk shit about H anymore. And I have the fullest respect to JessieVash, Angel, or whoever's experience in the game,
Oh,
including
man.
yourself, DubsteP. So
That's right. That's
lesson
right.
learned.
Thanks, dude.
You know, someday I hope Achilleos hears that. Someday,
He's been rambling about your age for
dude, it's
so long, man. Every time
Uh,
I go into watch parties, oh, it's
just
Paper Tin
him
and
ripping on
Achilles.
me.
And
Yeah,
then later, Achilles will talk about
got him-
Paper Tin's age.
I got him good during the tech pause with a bad joke. So what I do is I fire back with the dad jokes now. So I have been doing that for a while, but I'll have to dial up a few more.
That's a good retaliation.
You know, Dubstep, when we were competing against you when I was with South Build, I could never like make like old people jokes because my players were just as old as you guys.
Oh, man. Bro,
That's
think-
why whenever we had matches, the other casters would always say like, "Oh, this is the battle of the uncles, right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Get the salon pass ready for after the game."
Salon.
It was crazy, bro. I mean, I have nothing against the old jokes, but man, it can get tiring sometimes.
It gets old.
Yeah.
It gets old, don't you say?
The
Just like-
irony.
Yeah,
The irony.
just like we do. We get old. So
Yeah.
But man, that was
Yeah.
back in 2022, right? Like right before Pacific happened.
Yes,
Mhm.
correct.
I remember we would specifically were out to get you guys out of everybody else.
I mean, did you know, like right after we qualified for Champions 2021,
Mhm.
like every other year, it's been always one map away, one series away. It's been always like that
Oh.
up until 2023. LCQ, no, DRX playoffs, one
Right.
map away.
Yep.
LCQ, ZETA,
One map
one
away. Yep.
series
One map.
away. I'm like, oh my
Yep.
god, man, can this stop?
It was just kind of
Bro.
like a do you think it was like more like a string of bad luck, or was like kind of like team calm breakdown near the when things
I
got
don't
tough?
think so, man. Like 3 years and bad luck sounds sus to me. It feels like it's us not overcoming like one more hill. It's
Mm.
like it's always there's one more hill, and after this we're in. And
Right.
we couldn't climb past that.
Yeah, that final hurdle, you know.
But the
Mm.
thing is, we were always at the finish line. We were always close at the finish line.
Mm.
So to me, like it's crazy because it felt like we needed changes like after that. So it's crazy
Right.
to me why we needed changes when we were so close every other year. I guess
Mm.
close is not winning, but still, man.
Mm.
In hindsight, you know, would you have still made those changes if you knew the outcome?
I mean, it kind of depends. I think the org wants to move forward with the younger, like with the younger players.
Hmm.
So that was kind of out of my control, because in general it was never the player's decision to make changes in
Really?
that
Mm.
team, at least.
Well, I mean, was there no like consultation? Like, what do you guys think? You know?
uh I mean, no, man, because one day they will make it.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I guess ultimately, even if the players like have a opinion about it, like it's still the org's prerogative, right, to do what they think is best.
I
Ultimately,
mean,
right?
yeah.
So, I mean, speaking of orgs, after Team Secret, obviously you went to Oasis Gaming. You played locally. You guys were actually pretty close again. You kind of
On the
qualified,
finish line, huh?
even on Oasis.
Almost Ascension, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were almost there at Ascension.
Damn.
How was that like playing with this new team, young guys, and Oasis is a pretty prominent organization in locally in the Philippines. You were by far the most veteran. You were kind of like, I guess, the elder brother that everybody else there looked up to. How was that? This new team of young guys, Kelly S, Savvy, all that. Well, Oreo now is in Team Secret.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, this was kind of unfair to me, like this run in Oasis. Because, I mean, it's like a month or 2 months before our
Mm.
challengers start.
Mm.
Secret kind of took Oreo to be part of their team. So we had to find one more guy and
Mm.
fill that guy with all of Oreo's roles. And then suddenly we
Wow.
have to switch everything again because that guy couldn't play with Oreo's roles. And then they're like, oh, okay, man.
Right.
That was tough,
Who
bro.
did you guys pick up again? At that point?
Wits.
All
Oh,
right, yeah,
Wits.
Yeah,
Wits.
Wits.
The OG.
Wits.
Good.
Yeah.
But I mean, Oreo, those are big shoes to fill. He was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I mean,
such a flexible
bro,
player.
we were winning scrims. I mean, these are scrims, but we were winning scrims against EDG and Paper Rex, man.
With Oreo.
Yeah, this exact team
team
you're
right
looking
here.
at. Yeah,
Mm.
it was good. It was good. I'm like, holy shit! I think we're just gonna outclass everyone, and then suddenly roster changes. It's out of my
Mm.
control, and again, it happens, man. It's esports.
Yeah.
Esports.
Yeah.
I mean, with how close you guys were to making Ascension that year, I don't doubt that like there could have been a chance. Maybe if Oreo wasn't, you don't know how things could
for
have,
sure.
because that's what you guys practiced with, and the last minute you have to suddenly swap like midway through.
Yeah, we
So-
were practicing like almost half a year, like 6 months with this
Right.
team already.
Okay, so question, Debbie. Would you have beaten Nongshim, or rather SPG?
If they
With this
made
team?
Ascension.
Yeah, I think we would have beaten Boom also.
Damn.
Yeah.
So there was a
I'm-
timeline where you would have made your way back.
Yeah,
to
because
VCT Pacific.
remember, this is the year where Gen.G was playing so good, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
This last
We
year.
were always
Shanghai
screaming
winner.
with Gen.G, and it was always close, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I'm like,
Alright.
holy shit, we're going up against the Masters champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're kind of close. Like it's 12-12, 11-13, something like that.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm like, oh shit, this is something we should be happy,
Hmm.
because these guys they were very very hardworking, man.
Hmm.
It was crazy to me that there were players like these.
Mm. Well, now you see why they're
Yeah.
most of them are in tier 1.
Yeah. Kelly
Yeah.
and Arya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only remaining member now in Oasis is Marky. He's still
Mhm.
currently
The
playing for the
only
team.
one.
The only one left. Yeah,
Yeah.
Savvy has moved on as well.
Mhm.
Is he playing with Naos still
Yeah,
right now?
Naos,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
with Naos. So, I mean, definitely as kind of like the big brother figure, there were. Did you feel like there were expectations of you to be like the leader of this team, even though you were one of the newer additions? Because technically, I think Marky was there much longer than you, and Oreo has been there as well longer than you. But stepping in, was it for you more like, I'm going to learn your process, or I'm going to lead the process?
That's a very good question. Actually, when I came in, I told them that I should be the one adjusting to the team, not them adjusting to me, because I was the one entering the team. I didn't want to like step over like anything that they have built. So I feel like I should be the one adjusting.
Mm.
And I told them this, and because the coach asked me what role do you want to play, and I'm like, whatever role that you needed to fill on. And he was like, no, I'm asking you. I'm like, I mean, if you're asking me, I should say do this. And then we screamed a bit, and it was okay. I still got it.
Ah,
I
But
remember you kind of played Jet for a few
yeah,
matches and everything.
yeah, for other maps, yeah. And up until the scrims, when I played Initiator, it was weird, man. I feel like I didn't play it well enough. Even if I tried to practice it individually, I didn't play it enough. Like, it feels like I can play it, but only in a ranked game. Like in competitions, obviously
right.
it's
Like
different.
not on that level
Yeah,
of
not on that level.
competition.
Ultimately, you kind of fell back towards playing Sentinel, right? For like a lot,
Mm,
like Killjoy and
yeah,
then Omen every now and then.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the story was the first role I had to play on this team was the Initiator.
Mhm.
So after that, I went back to the Sentinel, and I told them, "Oh, okay. Since I'm calling, I should be the Sentinel, so it's easier for me. I don't have to move and call." And then I'm like, "Oh, this is so much harder because I don't see my teammates. I'm like on the other side." I'm like, "Oh shit." Then I went back to controller, and then the IGL back to Kelly's. I'm like, "Okay, man, whatever, bro. Just put me in a role." And put me in a role that we don't have to switch again. So yeah,
Mm.
I think the controller role feels more like home to me, just like how Tens played Omen.
Mm.
So it feels so much. I don't know. It feels more comfortable for a duelist to play
Mm.
the
Mm.
controller. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how that works, but it just felt like that to me.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, in that regard, you're the first player or ex-player or player in general that we've had on the show. We've had like talents, we had casters, we had coaches,
Yeah.
all that,
Really?
Yep.
but you're the first player. So like, what's the grind like? I'm sure there's kids watching right now and they're like, "Oh, I want to be a pro player. I want to play video games all day." No. So like, how is that like? What's the actual grind like? So they understand that it's not all fun and games, 24/7. What's
Mm,
what's the regiment like as a professional player?
I mean, if it happens that you enjoyed the game, you play it every day, you play rank every day, you grind every day, might as well, right? I
Mm.
mean, for me, the biggest thing was experience because when Valorant came out, there were other titles already. So it's like me bringing in something I have already. So it's me bringing in my experience from other games like CS and I guess you could say Dota. So like if you really want to go pro, like I don't know, man. Like my biggest advice is just go play the game. just go play the game and be serious about it.
But
Yeah,
what's
that's
your
Could
my
like
you?
genuine advice, man.
lifestyle? What's
Yeah, yeah. Quack's got a good question.
the day-to-day routine of a pro player? Like, what do you have to do
mm,
to actually keep up?
uh so for me it's like a couple of rank games, maybe like 4 to 5, something like that, on top of like scrims every day. So scrims every day it's obviously it's max round 24. So you have to
Yeah.
play all the rounds, them, and bro, it's tiring, man. It's like 50
Yeah.
minutes per map.
Yeah. So if people
And
aren't familiar, you basically play 12 rounds in attack, 12 rounds in defense.
yeah,
Max
After
that's
is
why
that,
down to
sometimes the
13.
scores are 24 or 19-5, something like that. It goes beyond 13
Mhm.
basically. So yeah, it's so the scrims are, man, it's tiring enough, bro. And even after the scrims you have to play games. And
Right.
in that way, like your mind is so integrated into Valorant, you just eat, sleep, and think Valorant, man.
Non-stop.
Like
Mm.
yeah. So if you want me to like give it a timeline, it's almost 15 hours. No, it's like almost 12 to 15 hours of Valorant a day, dude. And then you just sleep, man.
Damn.
that's a
Do you
lot.
have
How,
time to bathe your face in ice water?
And wake up at 4 a.m. if you
I mean, wake up
if
your
you're-
4 yeah.
Yeah, we go at
Yeah, eat
You
a
4
guys sleep
banana
with duct tape,
and
right?
and peel. Yeah. I
Eat a
actually have
banana
a
peel.
follow-up question. Thanks for the routine, Dubstep. Think people will try and follow you on that 15 hours of Valorant. I have an excuse. Dubstep told me to. um, one of the biggest problems for newer players is actually finding a team. Like finding a place where they actually belong, and then being able to get into an environment where they'll be able to scrim MR24s left and right. So maybe from your experience, like how did you first get picked up by a team, and whether you have any advice for like the newer players for that?
It's kind of different for me, man. Like for me, I got picked up by the best team in the Philippines, like right off the bat. But what I could
Oh,
say though, what I could say is, look at Karen from Gen.G.
Mm.
He was picked up from a rank ladder. I guess I could give him as an example.
yeah,
Like if you're up there, like there's no way people won't notice,
yeah.
and also if you're playing rank games and people see you're communicating so well, and people will see like after the game, even if you hide your name, like after the game they will see who you are and like, oh, this guy's good, and
Mm,
he communicates very well, something like that. I guess that's what other people see like in rank,
yeah.
because I feel like beside tryouts, I feel like rank games in general are like constant tryouts. That's like
Oh,
it's hidden tryouts, like it
interesting.
happens constantly,
It's like
Right.
networking, sort of.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
it's very unconscious, but you do it every
Yeah,
day. Like you're
yeah,
reviewing literally every single person you're playing with and against in a ranked game, right? Because you always
yeah.
look at the scoreboard. Who the fuck was that guy? And then you'll like start figuring out who's who.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever like come across guys like that, like when you were especially competing, where like let's say you're playing high immortal radiant ranks, and then you come across a guy and you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And this dude could
Actually,
actually be
there's
on the
one
team.
guy. There's one guy I kind of thought who was hacking. Who was
Okay.
cheating. Oh,
Who?
he's playing in VCT right now. It's Primmie.
Oh,
Really?
Primmie.
I don't blame
Alright.
you.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
blame you.
I wasn't able to play against him, man. Like
Damn.
when I was not in VCT Pacific, he entered VCT Pacific. I'm like, oh man, he's there now. I want to play against him.
What made you think he was hacking?
I mean, bro, the guy's crack. Like every time you pick, you just headshot, one tap. I'm like, what the? It's not real, bro. The
Not
guy's
real.
not real.
And that was before VCT, so he's like what, 17, 16 at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah, before VCT.
Damn.
That's why I didn't know the guy. But other players like Envy, they know him. I'm like, who the fuck
Mm.
is this guy? Oh,
Right.
he's a crack rank player. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
So your advice is legit, huh, Dubstep? Literally
Yeah.
just fucking play the
Right.
game.
Mhm.
Yep.
I
Like,
do have a bit of a follow-up question though. Then, like,
sure.
for maybe for the newer players, like, how do you balance your ego? I guess, like, in ranked or
Oh,
coming into a new team, because you kind of mentioned before that, like, coming into Oasis, you are also kind of just, I'll just fill in a role. But how do you like? Do you want to be that quiet guy that just does what
Uh,
people tell you to do, or do you want to like assert yourself a bit more? Like, how do you balance
Mm,
being toxic, being yourself, being confident?
it's kind of different for other people, but for me though, I've always had this mindset where I always have my feet on the ground, like I always have like feet on the ground, like eyes on the sky, something like that. Like you're never above someone else. Always, you will always be like there, but you will never always be above someone else. So that's how I felt like. Even if I'm better at someone, like at playing the game, I don't feel superior like over them. I just like, oh, I'm just better than playing Valorant, and that's all. Like it's the mindset for me. It feels like a lot of the a lot of those come from like how I lived, I guess. Like I lived a very simple life, I should say.
Very humble.
Yeah.
It's like
I
you
Yeah.
know
can,
you're still good, but you're still humble about it.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, my humble king.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, dude.
I can attest to that because first time I met Dubstep, I remember there was alcohol involved, first and foremost.
Hey.
Was this
Good
in
story
Bren?
goes it goes.
No, this was at Tipsy Pig at a bar.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I remember even with alcohol involved, he was like super humble, still super down to earth, almost like I've known
Damn.
this guy forever. Just super respect all these things, all the positive things I could say about the dude. So
Nice.
I think that's part of the reason why you talked about your follower count going from 5 to 30K. It's because I think people could see that too, and they did with that initial team secret team. Like it was very wholesome in the best ways, I think.
Yeah, dude, I miss having you around at VCT, man, because like anytime I saw you, I know I'd just come up talk to you. It's just easy. It's like, it's like you're like an old friend because we both been around since the beginning, and like I could say anything to you, and you just be like, yeah, you give me an honest answer, and like I always appreciated that because some people just kind of like, I won't name names, but there are some players who just bullshit the hell out of me, and I'm like, I don't believe a thing you're saying, bro. Like none of this is
I mean, because
true.
I remember whenever we were at the waiting room, you would just come inside, visit us, and hey, good luck on your games later. And then
yeah.
and then
I like
Achilles
you
would
guys.
come in. I didn't predict for you guys, but I'm rooting for you.
That's
Like, oh, thank you, man.
I swear to God, I think I'm just gonna start flipping coins because no matter what I do, somebody's mad at me when I predict.
Yeah.
So I think now I'm just going to like record myself flipping a coin, and I'm gonna use that for my predictions. So then you can just blame the coin, not
my
me.
God, man.
Because I
Yeah.
actually don't care that much who wins or loses. Like,
Fair enough, man.
No, yeah. I mean, as a pro player, do you guys sometimes, you see the casters make a prediction? Do you like maybe not take it personally, but do you keep it in the back of your mind, like I'm
gonna fuck this guy up.
Oh, damn,
I'm gonna prove
all of
you
a
wrong.
sudden, I'm in the hot seat.
you can be honest.
I mean, for me, I don't really care, but for other players, I know they approach me and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is this guy? What the fuck is this guy predicting? Does he know what is he predicting?" And I go, "Oh, this guy, he's a, let's say, a Naos fanboy, something like that."
Oh,
Those things happen like a lot
Okay.
in the team when you guys like do predictions, and
Mm.
then they're like they kind of hate on you for that. And then
Mm.
I mean, I'm like, man, they're just doing predictions. This is their job, though. They can't dodge this.
Honestly, sometimes we predict things like just to play devil's advocate,
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
like, oh, they all picked this team, then I'm gonna go the other way. just
Right,
for
right,
the hell
right,
of
right.
it.
To make it more fun, right?
Yeah, you gotta have something to talk about.
Build the
it's-
story,
it's makes-
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I remember VCT Stage 3 when you guys did qualify for Berlin. The final matchup, I think upper bracket final was you and Paper Rex, and then grand finals you guys met each other again.
Yeah.
Paper Rex won the upper bracket final, and before that, I predicted Paper Rex will win this, and then Bren will come back in the lower bracket and beat them in the grand finals, right?
Wow.
people were like,
Wow.
But people were like, "Oh, that guy, he's biased against Bren Esports. He likes Paper Rex." And I'm like, "I'm Filipino, bro. Like,
it's like Mika doing predictions, man.
Yes.
like,
When I
would
saw
say
the
Bren.
TS versus T1 predictions, I'm like, oh no.
Which
I mean,
she
if-
came close to actually being
she
right,
did.
right?
True.
So,
True.
yeah, it's
It was
fair.
really close.
Took him
I
back.
don't know about you
I
guys.
heard like 3 of the T1 players were sick.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was too.
I didn't hear any of that. That was,
I was
that's for
ill.
you.
I was losing my voice by the end of that cast.
Oh damn.
It was bad, dude.
Oh.
Is there
Yeah.
something in Korea?
Yes.
Oh, holy shit.
It might be
It's
like
just when the weather
change.
changes. Yeah, it's
Ah.
when the
the
weather
weather.
changes. It's always when the weather changes.
It's getting warmer now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be
I
like
mean,
that.
I mean, if I was in the casters or analyst desk, I would predict T1. But
Wow, really? No sense of
Yeah.
like.
Who would have thought?
I mean, against
Masters
T1, bro, no
champions?
sense of bias. But against other teams, for sure. T1 just won Masters Bangkok.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
fair,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have to. We talked about like routines that some pro players might have, but you've been competing for a while. Once again, yes. What is the one thing that you saw common with like all of the best players in the world? What's the like one thing they have in common, especially like mindset wise? What like what sets them apart from like your regular just competitive pro player compared to like the best guys? What is there like a commonality between them, like mindset or just routine, anything personality wise that you see?
I think this could be like it's again it's different for other people, but for me, what I saw was it's kind of how you approach the game. Like for example, how when you start to lose, how does this mean for you? Like, do you feel sad? It's okay. Is it just, oh yeah, I'm getting paid anyway, I don't care? Is it just
Wow.
like that, or is it, it means so much? I mean, man, when we lost the game against Zeta in LCQ, bro, I was crying my eyes out in the waiting room, man. And nobody could talk to me. They couldn't tell me, "Oh, we're leaving." They would just let me cry there, and I was grateful for that they let me do that. So for me, like, how does the game mean to you besides like just competing? It must mean something since you're here. It doesn't mean that, oh, I need the job. I have to compete, something like that. It doesn't happen that way. Like for me, that's the difference, man. Like it has to mean something for you. Like it's really big, like that feeling.
Are there players that you've come across that are kind of like that, where they're just like,
Uh,
I get a paycheck, so I'm fine.
I mean, everyone in Team Secret like that. When I was there, at least, like we would all. It's just crazy when we like lose important games. We would just all be silent for a while. Like it's crazy to be in one room where you won't even there won't be even like anyone talking for like 3 hours, man. Like from that, you would know how the games mean for everyone,
Mm.
man.
No, but
So
like
you mean
on,
they like meant a lot for Team Secret? Like they really did want to win. Like
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
But did you like ever experience or see a player like kind of have the opposite mindset?
Oh,
Like,
like the
I
opposite.
don't mind losing. I get paid. I'm fine.
Not really. I've never
Oh
seen
wow.
someone like
Save
that.
someone like
Yeah,
I
because
thought you were gonna say, "Oh yeah, I know a guy."
Oh yeah, and his name is no. kidding.
no. Like seriousness, I don't I don't think I don't think I know someone like that, man. That was very specific, to be honest. Like the question kind of confused me.
My bad. I just
It's
thought
okay, it's
probably
okay.
if there was someone who had that kind of mindset, they wouldn't be at this like top
at the
level.
level.
Like
Yeah,
you wouldn't be talking to them. I think.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
it's a passion for the passionate, and only for that.
Yeah.
I don't expect that you would grind, as you said, 15 hours of freaking Valorant a day if you didn't
If you
actually
don't even
want to
give
be
a
there.
shit, yeah.
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 I mean, if you want stories, I could tell you how I got dropped from Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
go on.
want to ask that. I didn't want to ask that,
Sure.
but you were gonna share
You wanna
that.
offer?
I mean, so basically, it's crazy, man. This will blow your mind. I got dropped from a Facebook call, man.
Wait, but
I,
you were already there in
no,
Korea?
no. When as soon like 2 days in the Philippines, as soon as we got home, 2 days in the Philippines, I got a call from. I won't drop names. I got a call from someone, and then they said, oh, that the team decided that we're dropping you from the team.
Is
And
this
my
like
res
right after LCQ?
yeah, right after LCQ, man.
Is this
Mm.
a fellow player or someone from the organization?
Someone from the
Oh,
organization.
okay.
So they were like, and my response was like, oh, okay. And then they were like, thank you, and
Drop
then
the
dropped.
call.
What?
Just like that?
I mean, they said, oh, you can start looking for other team, blah 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 blah, and then drop call.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Wow.
what the
Did
heck,
they
bro?
give like a reason, really, or
No reason, man. Like zero reason. I don't.
wow?
Up to this day, I still don't know why I got dropped from the team,
Just
man.
like a fuck you,
Yeah. And
Like,
you know what
hi.
I did after that? I messaged every single player. I asked them. I messaged every single player except for one, and I asked them, did you really decide? I mean, they probably wouldn't tell me, but I know these guys. These guys are very honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Invi was like, I have no idea. What the fuck happened?
They didn't know. They
Like
didn't know about it.
the way Invi knew when I posted in Twitter that I was looking for a team.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Bro, when I found out about that, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna dive into that anymore.
But how soon after did you like LFT, or did you like let simmer for a bit?
It's kind of complicated because the first when like after they called me, they wanted me to be a restricted free agent, and then after a week it's unrestricted. I'm like, okay,
Mm.
whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I think they were, yeah, you understand.
Yep. Yep.
So
I know
yeah,
I know what that's about. Yep.
that's the story, man. It's crazy, right?
That is pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that we're all talking right now, and I still don't know the reason why I got dropped.
It's been what, 2.5 years?
When I watch VCT on the second year, and they were like doing contents for the team, like I think Achilles and Papertin were like doing contents, like talking about the things like the expectation for the year.
Yeah.
I heard myself mentioned a lot of the times, and I'm like, man, I wish I was here, bro.
Wow.
I mean,
I had to drop your name a few times.
thank you, man. I was so happy when I kept hearing my name every now and then. I'm
I
like,
still talk about you from time to time. Like every once in a while, I'm just like, yeah, Dubstep, Wits. Like I remember that old team. I mean, it's mostly like that 2021 champions
Yeah.
team, right? Where I have good memories of that. So I do bring that up from time to time.
I think everybody has good memories of that time, aside
Yeah.
from probably Brazil. But like, you know,
Yeah.
mhm.
They made up for it pretty damn quick.
they did. They have nothing else to feel bad about. I mean,
No.
they smashed after. But I guess that's just kind of the realities of being a
Mhm.
professional player, right? It's not all fun and games, even though we're playing games. But
Yeah, that's why I didn't really like uh speak of this publicly, because I feel like this is esports in general. It happens to a lot of people. I mean, I'm just saying it now because I mean, I don't have to do. I
it's an
don't have
open
any.
forum.
Yeah, and I don't have anything to do with anyone anymore. Anyways, so might as well.
The perks of retirement. You
Yeah.
can speak your truth, brother.
I mean, if they need an assistant coach.
So listen, right, Joandy, it's up to you if you want to allow the prospect of Dubstep getting hired again by cutting out the part where he.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I know the players. I've been with them for a long time.
Experience to
yeah,
spill.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Get this man back to Korea.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, dude. I would love to see you there.
Well,
again,
I
man.
mean, I kind of agree with the sentiment, because I remember, like, I think year 2 or year 3 of VCT, and we were like, why doesn't the Philippines have much good coaches? And we came to the sentiment because they're still fucking playing. You know, they're still they're still playing the game. They haven't retired yet. Like, so
I let me ask this then. Do you think Jesse's gonna coach when he finally retires?
I feel like it's more or less like confirmed that he will be coaching after he retires. It kind of looks like it. It kind of looks.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he seems like the type of player that would transition naturally into that.
I mean, he coached in a different game.
Yeah.
Right.
Overwatch.
Yeah. So for sure, he would step onto coaching if he doesn't want to play anymore.
I'd like to see that. I would.
I think
Yeah.
you would be a good coach too. Debbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have that aura.
You'd make a great assistant coach, I feel like, Dubstep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
assistant coach, whatever, man. You'll be
Yeah.
good.
Thanks for gassing me up, guys.
That's what we do here.
I appreciate it, though. I mean, Team Secret, if you're looking for assistant coaches, no need to look further, man. I can help you guys. We can get our
That's right.
first win after 277 days.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, bro.
It's
It's crazy, bro.
277 days.
In 3
Wild.
months, man, it's the anniversary.
Oh no.
Damn.
It's not an anniversary anybody wants to celebrate.
You don't want to join DFM. You don't want to do
You
that.
don't want to join DFM.
No.
They look good right now, though.
Until
Oh
Until
yeah,
that's
yeah.
stage
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
until
yeah.
they've completely collapsed.
They were.
They were good. And then their mental is just gone. Like it's just gone. I
Oh my
mean,
god.
Yeah.
I don't want to say much. Like but
I'm
like
holding my breath. They're up against Paper X.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't jinx it.
I don't feel comfortable about them anymore. I mean, it just feels like they're not confident. Like they're changing agents and stuff, and it doesn't look
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're well coordinated. I could talk about that.
Are you
team a
talking
lot,
about
but-
DFM or Paper X? 'Cause
DFM?
DFM.
That sounds like the same shit.
I mean,
Changing
does Paper
agents,
X
not
has to win?
comfortable. Sorry,
Sleepy
what?
was about
Debbie?
to. Sleepy
Does
was
Paper
about
X
to.
has to win?
No.
Yes, we have. Oh, we
No,
don't
I
have
mean
a
this
win.
stage. Right?
We don't
Yeah.
have a win yet. for
Yeah,
stage
it's
one.
Not this stage.
Uh,
0-3. Both of
We
them
But
are.
need to
DFM,
win
is it 1 and
DFM.
2 for DFM or
No, 0-3 as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oh,
whoever
0-3,
loses
yeah.
next game, out.
PRX
Which is-
Dubstep assistant coach.
Oh damn! I would love that.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
don't-
to
they
be
don't have
honest
an
with you
assistant
guys,
coach.
because
Yeah.
it's crazy to me how like Forsaken is. Forsaken reach out more than the secret players, like in terms of catching up. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Jason.
damn.
Because Jason was a really good friend, and
Yeah.
we would play together sometimes a lot, like
Nice.
even in other games sometimes.
When you play with
He
him on
plays.
Face
He
It
plays
before?
TFT too, right?
Yeah.
Aha.
Wouldn't you like
I
play
mean,
on him? Would you play him on Face It before?
yeah.
right?
We in CS, it's always like I'm always with the Indo 5 stack, and then they would just
Right.
all talk Bahasa in TeamSpeak, and I'm like, guys,
Okay,
I'm
bang.
here. Yeah, but I kind of understand now because of that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a little,
Like
because
you
some
were,
of the words.
you were actually in an Indo team.
Right. I live in Indo for like
A few
10 months. Yeah, 10
Oh,
months.
10
yeah.
months. That's not a few
Yeah,
months.
for
Once
RQ.
a year.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Blaze King, Frost Misty.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice.
I have my
Let's-
glasses there.
Yeah. This is a rare look on Dubstep.
Yeah.
I
actually
almost
think the
didn't
glasses
recognize you.
works. I actually think the glasses
It
works
works. It
on you,
works.
bro.
It works.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I actually needed it at that time because my head keeps hurting, but I don't know why it stopped.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Maybe because you retired.
It's crazy to me how I've been in front of the PC for so long and my eyesight's still okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the fact that the PC is like 4 inches away from my eyes, bro.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some players that are just like straight up like that.
Like Borkum,
Kissing.
yeah.
Like Borkum, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole Borkum time thing. You guys were such a memeable team back then. Like there was so much.
You can say a lot of memes. Like there were a lot of memes were generated from the team. Like the Ocho Ocho.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Like
Oh,
the-
Jojo.
yeah.
That's right. That's
When walkouts were a
right.
thing, yeah.
Oh.
Johnny was showing it. Show it again, Johnny. I want to see it
That was
again.
so good.
the Ocho Ocho.
Jojo
Yeah.
and the
This was amazing.
Orcum jump to
The
a
leapfrog.
dab.
The leapfrog.
There you go.
Yeah.
And boom, dap.
And he just continues walking like nothing happened.
That was
Bro, these
sick.
were the times.
That was good. I remember that.
Good times. This whole episode's just a nostalgia.
A nostalgia
history
trip. Yeah. Should
Well,
we talk about Pacific? Do
Let's
we,
talk
do we
about
want to?
Pacific. We're gonna look forward before we look at the other kind of teams coming up. Since you already touched upon Team Secret real quick, their last 2 games here are going to be up against RRQ. Actually, no, Nongshim first, and then RRQ. Any
Oh,
expectations here, W?
I mean, historically speaking, we've never won against RRQ. Like on my team at least. I mean, they
Right.
won last year, right? They won against
Yeah.
them last year.
Win it
I
back.
believe,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like overtime or something.
But now,
Let me ask a question because I don't know. Do they still have a chance to qualify to playoffs, or even
No.
if they like zero?
I think it's like almost, if it's not done, it's like 1 in like 256. Like things
Oh
need to go
my
right.
God.
If I remember
Very
correctly.
specific. Okay.
It's like
They like-
RRQ gets 0-13, something like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it has to be something pretty crazy, but they might
So-
actually just be eliminated.
so you're saying there's a chance?
Yes, yeah, exactly. You're saying there's a chance.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know, man. Like at this point, just try something you're not used to. Like you're kind of out anyway. Just do something you've never done before, man.
All right.
Like
Okay.
test the waters, dude. That's something that would work for the next one.
Yeah, throw shit against the wall and see what sticks, I guess.
Yeah.
Is Dubstep's
Yeah,
advice.
but it was close. I mean, casting that match, I mean, I kind of felt like it was going to be a 2-0 going into it, right? and
Yeah.
like the first map, whatever. I mean, T1's the best Haven team in the world. Good luck. Like you're just not gonna have a good time against them, no matter who you are. But Icebox, I mean, I think T1's experimenting obviously with the Reyna and some other stuff, so that's kind of whatever. But I mean, Team Secret just looked really clean that map, and then Lotus looked good too. I actually did have a round. Yeah, I do have a round that I want to highlight because I thought like I want to give Team Secret some, give them some love here because it's been a rough year. So there was one round, it's round 10 on Lotus where Jessie could have knifed if he felt like it. But there's more to it. There's more to it than this. Yeah. The one on C where he could have knifed Meteor if he wanted.
Bro, this game was so hard to watch, man. I don't know what the fuck was happening in this game.
This was madness. It was it was chaos, but like Jessie was like one of the few people who was managing the chaos. Like, like if you watch, like Team Secret was really good about taking rebel control. Like T1 with this new comp that they're running, without the Sova, it felt like Stax was having a tough time kind of getting the fade util to really connect the way he'd like. So like it's funny because T1 ends up winning this in the long run, even though they don't win it initially. But that gives Jessie time to go and put a trip right out around the corner at B main. And there was actually Meteor and Izu right around that corner, and he still put the trip there. And they let it go for a bit, and it gets cleared, and then he retakes that space. Like if you watch the mini map, like just watch what Jessie's doing. He's so smart about his timing here. Like he's keeping track of Izu the whole time, and you'll even see him ping it out. Like he pings Izu's spot right there. Bam, pings it. He gets past him. And like this is just like a brilliant round from Jessie. So I really wanted to give him some flowers. And it's like him playing well off of the back of the rest of the team playing well over at A main of the Rebel fight. And then he's able to get all this space and then call the team over. And he's like, guys, I'm going C. I'm gonna him in the back. They have no idea what's gonna come. I'm waiting for you to see if there's anybody else, right? That's why he takes this pause and kind of looks around. He's waiting because he knows he's already called the other two, or somebody's called the other two players over. So this is just like a great round from him. And also it's like highlighting kind of one of the problems I think T1 is having without having the Cypher.
Like no Sentinel,
Yeah. But I really like this round. So that was it. That's basically round over.
Yeah, I mean Vash's mid round is crazy, like decision making wise. He's very used to it, I should say. Like he would not go for like the simplest way to win. He would go for the exact way of how to win, man. But the fact that they lost, did they lose that round?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. But I think.
Yeah, they did. They lost.
Stacks just went crazy. Yeah, Stacks just got a sick double.
Oh, this was the double push city, and
Yep. So, but they had great ideas, like up until that point. So I really wanted to like give them some credit for just a cool play that I noticed on the air, and I was like, "Oh, this is really neat."
That was nice.
But the Viper Wall timing was also crazy. It could not have been better.
Yep.
Like you can see the POV, right?
When they get that double kill. Yeah. That was cool too. I mean, Izu looked a little comfortable with the Viper at times, but I think the team as a whole just didn't seem like they quite understood how to play the map without that extra Cypher info on B and C.
It's kind of hard to like play Lotus without someone comfortably like handling C. You have to always check that entrance
every time.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, with that, thanks for the breakdown, Paper Thin. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on, I think, something nobody really expected at the start of the year. Ascension team. Boom Esports, the pride of Indonesia right now.
Yeah.
First team to qualify for playoff stage 1.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
This feels like a miracle run, obviously. And they were given a miracle in the first place for being here, right? And they didn't take it for granted, dude. They actually worked their asses for it. So I really respect them for it. And I just want to give a special shout out to DOS9 because this guy is actually insane, skill wise, and it was a clear thing to see back then, even when he was still in, what was the team again? Was it
Revenant?
Revenant?
Yeah,
Revenant.
last year.
Even back from when he was in Revenant, we could see that this guy got potential. And then it feels like, based on the interactions that he's had with the Boom players, like in a podcast or Whenever I see him on screen, speaking Bahasa, joking around, he feels like he's got a good fit with the Indo culture. And I feel like that plays such a huge role in enabling him to pull out this performance. And he showed up. And especially in that PaperX game, dude. I remember specifically which moment. It was the Sheriff double kill on Tower.
On Fracture, right? On Fracture.
Correct. You guys know what I'm talking
That was
about.
Yep.
crazy.
And these are the kinds of things that he's pulling out. And then you got Famous as well that's popping off. They got 2 of their players in the top 10 for last week, right? And DOS9 was actually sitting at the top.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, sorry
yeah.
to cut you off, but
Don't worry.
I think Boom Esports is one of the most like constructed teams right now in Pacific. Like they look very they look very how should I say, like they look very proper, you know, like an actual proper team.
Yeah, they are. And here's a fun fact, right? I was playing around. Actually, no, I was not playing around, but my boss Nikhil, he was playing around with esports charts, looking at numbers. Can you guess? We actually have the most games played, PaperX, in like the whole VCT circuit. Can you guess who's number 2? By context, I guess you can tell who it is. It's Boom. It is Boom. Boom actually played so much Valorant that I think at this point they've kind of just figured out what the missing pieces are, and it seems that piece is right there at the top, DOS9. So
Boom are kind of like a legacy org at this point in Indonesia, right? They've been there for a long ass time, even before I started working in esports. I know the name, you know. So there's definitely, and then you come into the VCT. Some of these guys like NC Slasher, Famous, you know, Shiro. I remember covering them like year 1, stage 1 of the VCT. Even some of these guys, year 1, stage 2. So I'm not surprised the fact that they are still playing. And to the point that you mentioned, DubsteP, they're as a constructed team. It's so interesting that is a way that this team is coming off across now, considering they were so close to winning Ascension last year. 2-3, almost beats Impreza, now Nongshim. And even with that, they let go of one of their more promising players as well in ZESP at the time. They replaced him with DOS9. DOS9 has been a great choice, yes, but you wouldn't have thought that it would work out this well, considering they played super well during Ascension. Sometimes a team, they play well during Ascension, they let go of a big player, like kind of like we saw with Bleed and Juicy and all, and they just don't end up being able to perform when they come to Pacific. But for Boom, perfect choice it seems to be made for them.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's the local coach. No, I'm just kidding.
Can't let it go.
Gotcha.
Actually, you're right. That was actually one of the big changes as well. After
Yeah.
they were announced as like a Pacific team.
I mean-
Meow was let go, and then Six Fingers stepped up.
Do you think
Wow.
there's value in that, in having a coach be part of the same general region that his team is playing in? Like, do you think he understands more like the position that they're coming from?
Besides language barrier, there's always like culture barriers, right?
Yeah.
Like it's different for every country, obviously. So yeah, there should be some impact.
I mean, one could argue, like with Talon, even though they have Frost, the fact that they revert now to a all Thai team, the players, they're definitely, the culture there is a bit more, I guess, unified, to kind of put it together, and it definitely has changes. Like you're seeing how Talon's playing right
Pretty
now.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's Boom. I think are DRX technically qualified now as well into the playoffs, right?
They are.
Yes. Yep.
Gen.G still kind of like up in the water technically on where they stand.
Yeah.
Kind of, if global pop off.
Probably. Yeah.
But like
We're in kind of that zone where it's like we pretty much know there's like just the last like 2 spots basically or 1 spot on each side of the brackets, like that is kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
But it's pretty well. We know pretty well. It'd have to take some crazy things to happen. But
Mhm.
you never know.
We never know. I mean,
There's a chance.
like Boom, they started this year this stage 2-0 against Gen.G. What's been happening with Gen.G? From the top to mid of the pack. I mean, we saw kind of a bit of a resurgence during kickoff, and then come into this stage, things have been a bit more awkward for them, I guess.
Yeah,
I know
like
the
the
answer,
roster
dude.
shuffles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Meteor, man. There's
Really,
no
you-
Meteor.
no
you lose the
meteor.
best player on the planet,
He's the
and
best player ever.
The
Grace.
meteor, that dude, bro.
that he is.
Valorant.
I'll never forget that guy.
Why do you say that?
Remember the VCT Pacific playoffs 2023, Gen.G versus Team Secret at Split.
Okay.
oh,
Remind us.
The game where it was 6-11. We were up 11 against that team.
Oh.
yep.
Yeah, and then they did a comeback and it went to overtime. Then man, and we lost the overtime and we got eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, Meteor was
guessing
playing crazy, I think,
Meteor
on
had a
that
role
series
in
also.
that. Yeah.
The guy's a
he's
beast,
nuts.
man.
He's an absolute beast, dude.
Yeah.
is it de facto like de facto? Sorry, best player all time, Meteor.
Probably by the roles he play also. Like
He's-
he's not a single role player, so
No, it's not.
Yeah,
and
I mean, like,
he's been
two-time.
performing back and forth.
two-time winner.
Yeah, 2-time Masters winner,
Winner.
3-time Masters finalist.
Oh right, yeah.
He's qualified for like a lot of different international events.
that-
I think if T1 wins another event this year,
Mm.
I think you're gonna say for now he's probably the GOAT.
The goat.
I
That
think
should say a
you're
lot
gonna
about
say
what's
that.
happening to Gen.G then.
In my book, he
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
is.
That's why.
In my book, he already is. The fact that he moved from one team to the other and immediately gets results. Immediately, they
Yeah.
right
That's
With-
true. That's
in
true.
like a span of 2-3 months, immediate impact. How can you deny at this point?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good at so many different things. Like it's crazy. But I think for Gen.G, like, I mean, I think there's obviously a little bit of chaos with the roster, right?
Mm.
Like, and that signals to me that there's got to be some kind of internal issues with like chemistry or following along with what Solo wants to do, or who knows. I mean, I know with Foxy9, like the word on the street has always been that he's kind of difficult to coach,
Okay.
to put it in a way, because he kind of gets tunnel vision
Yeah.
during games where he doesn't follow the plans, he doesn't listen to his teammates. Maybe, you know, there's some highlights of when he was on DRX with Stacks kind of chewing him out. So I think it's just, it could be another one of those situations where they're trying to get their team motivated by moving some players around, shuffling things, and obviously there's going to be some pains with that. I think Foxy9 is probably your better option than Suggest, just strictly in firepower department. And I think that's probably more important than maybe Foxy following the plan all the time or not.
Mhm.
So I think we're stabilized for Gen.G for now, and Ash
Mhm.
looks fine. Not any real different than Yo Man to me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Plays Teo, I guess. That's the thing.
Well, let's kind of round out Group A here, looking at Group Alpha, looking at the standings currently. Dubstep, we have another kind of B, let's say like Filipino B team, right? If Team Secret's the A team, we got the B team,
The
You got-
backup.
the backup boys. They have another team, right? Global Esports. You got Papi Chulo,
Yeah.
Patrick Hu, and Kelly S, who you're teammates with as well. Papi Chulo, I know you've competed with against. Were you ever teammates with them in CS?
No, but
No.
actually, I wanted him on my team before, like before
Mm.
franchise. I
Mhm.
wanted Papi Chulo on Secret.
Yep.
Like he was one of my suggestions alongside Envy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have let you take him, but sure.
Yeah.
No. but I mean, yeah. What are your thoughts right now? Do you ever expect like to have this many like other local Filipino players in a different team that isn't Team Secret?
I mean, first I'm glad that it's happening, but I was actually surprised it was Global Esports. I mean, not because of the name, but I was actually surprised because these are the people who made it out of the tryouts, right? So they kind of chose this like carefully. So it's not really, it's kind of surprising to see like a lot of Filipinos in this roster, but man, I'm just so happy for them to be there.
Nice.
I mean, that's all we can really say, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think for the longest time, 2 ascensions have passed, and both ascensions, everybody was saying, "Why isn't Papi Chulo still in T1
Yes.
yet?" Right? At
Mhm.
that point, well deserved. He's arguably like one of those players that you look at the local scene and you're like, why? If there's one player who should be there right now, it's probably this guy. He finally finds his spot there. But yeah, I mean, looking at Group Alpha right now, things are kind of mostly set. Gen.G have a matchup coming up at least, and we already talked about them a while ago versus Global specifically. So that's kind of a 50, not 50, sorry, but probably like a 60-40 for me. Your thoughts, guys? You think this is where Gen.G kind of seals the deal and be like, okay, playoffs it is?
Probably.
I mean, it could go either way.
Oh,
I feel like
Hey,
I don't want to touch on this topic too much, but I feel like Gen Global having their coach having their coach, what's the word, suspended is a big
Hmm.
thing. I mean,
What are you talking about? I'm not aware of this news, Doctor. Can you kindly expound what's been happening?
so I mean, I don't want to say what happened, but
No,
they're
we
playing
know.
without a head coach right now, so
Yeah.
it's kind of tough for them.
it is.
According
Yeah.
to the interview, Elevated is saying like, he's doing most of the prep anyway, so he's kind of just like
Oh damn,
Right.
really? Okay. That
Okay.
doesn't make any difference then.
in the interview. I don't know.
Damn.
Well, damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
he sounds like a good coach. I have some faith in Elevated.
He's like, we didn't need that guy anyway.
Yo.
We were fine without it.
Damn it.
But yeah, that's a Group Alpha. Looks like a Group Omega right now. T1 obviously at the top as kind of expected. I don't think anybody was expecting like a drop off from kickoff, right? Or rather from Masters Bangkok into stage 1. I don't think people were expecting that T1 would suddenly flunk.
Nah.
So 3-0 expected. RRQ though and Talon both 2-1 right now. Changes they made, especially with Talon, kind of like having a big roster reshuffle, taking an all Thai team, which I think is honestly, frankly, about darn time. I know people who were maybe big fans of the former players, and I understand that because it was a very charismatic team, the former Talon team. But Thailand is arguably, in my opinion, the deepest SEA region in the entire sub-region, right? They're the deepest SEA country. They had the best teams for the longest time, and they had multiple of those teams, second that being Indonesia. But Thailand was one of the deepest regions in SEA for a long time, and only now do we finally get a full Thai team on tier 1, in the tier 1 circuit, and it's been paying off, I think, for them. They have Killua now, right? They have Thai as well. Thoughts on this current Talon team and the projection moving into potentially a playoff slot?
I like their chances. I think they're should be fine. I mean, as long as the new players don't just kind of break, like as long as their mental is okay. Because I mean, I think Frost is generally pretty honest in his like post-match interviews and stuff, and like sometimes he does kind of give you some misdirection, but he seems like he's saying, look, our guys are a little nervous. They don't have experience. I don't know why we keep losing first maps, but we always usually seem to pull it back together. But he said that this is the most talented roster he's ever had. And I believe him.
Yeah,
You
for
can
sure,
see it
for
in the
sure.
server. The
Like-
players are cracked.
All of these players are like least top 10, like top 10 rank players.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy to me how they formed this team. It kind of looks like a Thailand super team. Like what Black and Blue said. Like Thailand is the best region in Southeast Asia. Like in terms
Yeah.
of FPS, yeah.
They shoot.
Maybe they got Killua from Made in Thailand right before that, and he was
Yeah.
killing it there on Myth. And so I was like, kind of
Almost made it to Ascension too.
that.
Yep.
Too.
I think
That
what's
too.
really cool is that like a lot of them at some point or another in their career, they've all kind of played with each other before, like Jit Boys, Killa, Primmie.
Ah,
Even.
right,
So
yeah.
they kind of have already that chemistry there.
Yeah.
And then you also got like strong leadership in crews or the coaches as
Mhm.
well. They got good pieces to make a good playoffs run.
Yeah, and honestly, they're up against ZETA next, and ZETA is not in a good spot. So chances of them winning that at least is pretty high. Doesn't matter what happens to T1 after, right? If they get 3 wins, that's it. They just qualify.
Maybe Talon can finally then break their current kind of not predicament, more like a pattern. The win
Oh,
lose,
win lose, win lose.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It's been-
Blondie.
Yeah, thanks, Jody, for pointing that out. Actually,
Yeah.
I saw his post. It's been what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games now in that
8.
pattern.
8.
8.
Oh wow, it's like Christmas lights.
Yes. Red and green.
Yeah, maybe things will change for them. I mean, RRQ, the other team that is tied up with them here in Group Omega, they did beat Talon actually 2-0. It's the only 2-0 loss so far for Talon this split. So far, Talon have mostly played kind of 3-map series. But do you think this quantifies RRQ being the better team than Talon right now, or is it more of a matchup thing?
Oh, that's tough.
That's tough, man. I always think there's always a rock, paper, scissors situation in Valorant. So this
True.
might be one of that.
It's
Like
like
the pistol
Nongshim,
round.
Talon, RRQ right now.
Yeah,
is
it's
the
like
rock,
that
paper, scissors.
trifecta.
So let's not forget, they picked up Crazy Guy, right?
They did.
All right,
They
right.
did.
They also have a good Indonesian player, Kushi.
Bushy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy, bro.
That guy's
I-
cracked.
yeah,
He's number 2 in the top ACS.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's insane.
Highest rated Indo.
I remember
Um,
screaming with him a lot of the times back in my time in Oasis, and he would just destroy our team. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, bro, you can have this game. Congrats.
He's a
he's shitting on us every
he's
skill.
talent. He's
Yeah,
talent.
Yeah.
There's no other way to explain how he plays like that. So RQ is in a pretty good spot, but
Mm.
honestly, looking at their next matchups, I think it's still up in the air, guys. I don't know what you think. It's T1 and Team Secret, and I know how much of a wild card
Oh.
Team Secret can be.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So
That's not an easy match.
It's
no
not
matter what.
easy by any means.
Oh, true, true.
No. They might beat T1. I mean, T1
Right.
seems to be. I don't know if they're just messing around with comps, like throwing in the Reyna just to see what sticks.
Well,
Right.
since they qualified already, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're just.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
It might be.
I mean,
that too.
T1 kind of just can beat a lot of teams just on sheer talent, right?
Yeah.
Like, I
Mhm.
mean, and
I
that's
mean,
ridiculous, but
if I was in the team, like if I'm qualified already, and our next match would be up, and I would tell my teammates, oh, we can just play. No need
Safe
to
strat.
Yeah, save the strats.
Yeah,
yeah.
Save it for
that's
later.
true.
There's no point on
But
exposing.
I'm gonna get ahead of myself here. I don't want people to make excuses for T1.
True.
So when RRQ wins, don't go around saying, "Oh, T1 is saving stats." I'm defending RRQ right now.
all right.
If
Because
they
T1
win, they win.
didn't like they secured the playoffs, but not the first seed, right?
Right.
Correct.
So they're still
Alright,
gonna
right,
try.
right,
They're
right.
still gonna
need to
try.
Yeah, for
play
sure,
that.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
that is true.
RRQ, it's very possible, but it's not easy.
Because
Yeah,
first seed is upper quarter or upper semis, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to be ahead
really
in
want
that
that.
bracket, right?
For
Like,
sure.
for
not
sure.
have to play too
That's
much
a lot,
matches.
man. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I think RRQ can definitely beat them. I mean, now that it seems like they've got their heads on straight, they're not messing around on the attack side, like being really slow and doing kind of just stuff there where they're confused and they're not being, they're not being, what's the right word?
Experimental?
Confident and- yeah. They just walk around the map a bunch until time runs out, and then they have no
Right.
choice, and then it's really hard to do anything. So they seems like they fixed that pretty quickly. So yeah, I think it should be a really good match. I don't know, with the way T1's been playing so far, I do think RRQ could definitely beat them. I feel like it's almost 50-50 right now with the form that I've seen them in.
I mean, look at their round differences. Even though they're like 2-1, it's plus
Plus
24.
24. I mean, the crazy guy pickup has definitely benefited them, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I want to take this moment to also kind of just point out for some of the people there who think like, oh, they dropped the guy, he sucks. No, they let go of Australia. He moved over to DRX, and he's still playing pretty well there. They were
Yeah.
able to win their match. So sometimes when teams drop a guy or player, it's not because they're just not good. Sometimes it just doesn't fit. And for RQ,
Yeah.
he didn't fit them at that point.
Yeah.
I watched a post match interview from Termi, I think, because I think he kind of said there that he knew Australia was gonna be a good fit for their team. Like he told in that interview where I think Australia is gonna be good in a local team, like rather than in an international team. So he feels like Australia was a great pickup, and he was like on
Yeah.
their last game, he looked really
Series
good.
MVP, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
match MVP.
he was making space. He was just not dying on one side.
Mm.
He was just more than like filling for his role.
Nice.
Like their match on Ascent, that was crazy.
And
They
I mean,
destroyed him.
speaking of him, I think he had like this util combo, like Quack. I think he wanted to
Oh
touch
yeah, I had a little breakdown. I mean, this was not the map where he like popped off per se, but I felt it was kind of surprising just because he was playing an agent or filling in for a role that he's not actually used to. So that's like kind of proof of how he's fitting into the DRX system quite well. Like he was playing Vise on Ascent, and that's like his first time ever playing Vise.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's pretty
it was his
interesting.
first one. Yeah.
Holy.
And,
What did they do to him?
honestly, but yeah.
Your first match and your first agent.
Right, on Ascent. And this is also like just because I was casting the Paper X game from before. So
Oh, thanks.
the Vise being picked up in this way.
Vice
Oh.
and Paper X.
What not to
yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
my
good.
god.
Sorry.
I kind of remember that not a doubt that you mentioned
It just came to
Yeah,
my
I
mind.
would
We'll
say,
get
yeah.
we'll get there.
You know,
We'll get to
he's,
that.
It's important to note he's been throwing like this sheer down B main for like the past several rounds. Sometimes he'll die, but you know that basically creates like mental conditioning or pressure
Conditioning.
that GE then needs to do something more around B main, right? And then all of a sudden, from the previous round where they lost, I don't know if it's a call that they had, but like it's Tejo salvos plus a flash to take more space up B main, and then he holds the angle and somehow picks up a 2K. It's like things like that you know he's doing well as a Vise, I think.
So he had like a little adaptation versus what he was doing previously with the util.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also like a subsequent round, I think this is the later clip. This was one where who is it? Flashback as the Yoru was like clearing out more space around 8 short, and you know even though freeing died earlier, like Astra instantly knows like what he needs
Oh
to
wow,
do.
yeah, this was
Oh,
crazy.
damn.
Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second kill too. Yeah.
So he can
It's a
Just
long
laugh.
round here, but
Just look at him laughing while getting that second
Oh,
kill.
yeah.
Dude. He's like,
it's like fitting into the team like a glove.
They're
Look
all
at this, look at
so
this.
bad.
look. He gets one. He gets the second, and then he's like, "Wait."
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
he knows he knows it's over, man.
He knows the round is done.
Yeah.
I love that.
He played him like a fiddle. So like he
my
kind of
God.
conditioned them with the earlier rounds, right?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
want to play a bit more active towards B main, and when they did, he struck.
Boom.
And that's the DRX system.
That
you know?
feels
He's
so
just
good. That must
going
feel so
straight into
good,
it.
man.
Damn, Termi and the coaches,
He's an amazing coach. No
Yeah.
doubt about it.
no doubt.
I'm actually like curious, right? It can't be that easy to just change roles or like play a new agent, right? DubsteP?
100%. Yeah. Like especially on a well-performing team.
Yeah.
It's never easy, bro.
Sick.
Has he played with some of these guys in DRX in the past? It's kind of
Australia?
freeing flashback.
Maybe freeing
knuckle.
on Damwon?
Oh, right.
Were they on Damwon together in tier
Damwon.
2?
Mhm.
I don't see it in the roster.
Let me
Maybe.
check.
Or
It's
was it
different.
Yunmin? Or I can't remember.
He exited Damwon near the start of when freeing was starting.
Oh,
Damwon.
okay.
Oh.
So they didn't play together. Okay.
Wait, Estrella was in F4Q.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Oh,
He
Yeah,
was
he
on
was.
a 4Q.
The one
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Bunny?
yeah.
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 He was, yes, with Bunny, I think,
Yeah.
at one point.
Yes, because that was 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
That-
That's senior.
Man, I miss
Alright.
Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You want a taste of Bunny? Just look at. I don't know if he's playing still, but RedForce is there.
Before C.
Basically the same person.
Same person.
A Korean and Indo.
Nice.
F4Q.
F4Q. Blaster from the past.
Oh, that's right. Bane was on that F4Q team. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Damn.
right.
Oh my god.
Oh, because so Estrella did have some experience playing with.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but now he took
Bane's-
Bane's job, so
Oh, God, yeah, I didn't even. Yes, okay. Well, such is
Is-
life.
Is Bane let go or is he benched?
he's 6-man now,
6-man
essentially.
now.
Yeah, he's
He's
feels
been
bad.
Foxy 9'd.
He's been Foxy 9.
He's been locked in.
Love it.
I hope he finds somewhere. He's a solid player.
It's
For
good.
sure, yeah, for sure.
Well, let's get to the I guess the lower part of this elephant in the room. You want to address it? I mean, let's talk about it. We actually haven't touched upon it. It's here
Yeah.
in our sheet. Sleepy,
I feel like
take
that's
it away.
deliberate. That was deliberate, wasn't it? You're saving it for last. I think someone summed it up, which was Paper Thin, who said like there's a bit of a struggle. It's pretty obvious. I think everyone's talking about it. I did catch a bit of the Plat Chat episode talking about Paper X, and I pretty much agree with a lot of what the guys are saying over there.
Can you reiterate their sentiments for people?
Sure. It's a bit tough when you're sort of like losing an identity, right? Like you're trying so much different stuff that it might be the very thing that's causing it, which is changing agents, changing roles. Like you, like it's so easy to see that that it is the case for. I don't know if you have the clip, Johnny, but let's play that last round, shall we? See what everyone's talking about.
It wasn't just the last round too.
Sure,
It's another-
but that last round was like burned in my
Yeah.
brain.
Oh, this
okay,
one.
so
Oh my
alright,
god.
there you go. So 1v1, NC Slasher was throwing out utilities, trying to get to the spike, and then he starts to defuse, and then before he gets the final defuse, Devi was gonna do a trick up a sleeve and ended up killing himself because he flashed himself.
I mean,
Look,
that was a
More
good
like the
shot by
second or third
that was a
one.
good shot by NC Slasher.
It
not
was,
gonna
it
lie.
was, it was. Like props to
Yeah.
NC Slasher for capitalizing on it,
And
but
I felt like Davai wasn't even gonna fight, but
he wasn't. He wasn't trying
I mean,
to,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
I mean, he flashes himself. It looked
Um,
really bad.
It did.
Where did he put that arc? Where did he put that arc?
It was
Rose?
literally at the doorway, like on the right.
Really? I thought it was on the
Yeah.
On the-
floor.
on the right side.
Let's try replaying it. Giovanni.
I couldn't quite see where it ended up.
If I'm not mistaken, like
like
it
a
is on
minimap.
the right side. Like
Yeah, I'm just, like,
right
staring at the
outside of
minimap.
door.
Because he hasn't placed it yet. He's still got it. He's still got it.
No, he's placed it on the right.
No, he's still got it
No,
in his.
Yeah.
You can see it in the.
No, he placed it.
All right.
Oh, he
No.
already placed it. Oh, I
No.
see. I see.
Is it the floor
Oh,
or
it's
the door?
outside the door. It's outside,
It's outside the door, right? Yeah,
Like
yeah.
on his right.
Yeah.
On his
On
right.
his right.
He
Yeah.
probably just didn't think he could get flashed from that angle or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Now,
mean, basically, he wasn't looking. He was like straight looking
right
at
next to it.
yeah.
yes.
He caught
Yep.
his peripheral, basically.
Yeah.
Peripheral. So
Yeah.
this is what I think everyone is talking about. This is what everyone has in their head, which is if you have played Vice for more times than he did, or if it was someone like Jason who actually has played Vice, I think, or you would think that you wouldn't be making these like very small but fatal mistakes. And the problem with us is that this is happening across the board with a lot of the other players as well because we are switching a little too often.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and you know this, right? DubsteP, you were talking about like how you were switching from Duelist to Sentinel and then to this. So, if this is continuing to be the trend, then obviously we're probably gonna have some trouble trying to bounce back. And I'd like to think, and I obviously can't share too much as an insider, but I'd like to think that we are aware of this issues and we will be taking steps to correct that. So, next match is very crucial. Like, it's
Yep.
literally the battle of the losers 0303. Whoever loses that is out of stage 1 and Toronto contention. So it's mega important for us to try and win it against DFM. I mean, on the bright side,
TFM might already be out.
That's
They
what I'm
actually
saying,
might be.
right?
Yeah.
On the bright side, DFM isn't looking too hot as well.
I mean, they're used to it, but like
Hey now.
uh,
No,
true.
I like that you said that, Black and Blue, because we're not used to it.
yeah, you
Like,
guys
Ah,
are.
yeah,
we
yeah.
are not used
You
to it.
guys
Like,
have
I gotta be
never
honest with
been. You guys have never been in this position ever.
Exactly.
I think it's like-
We live in in such a different world right now with everything that's going on with Paper Eggs and the world. Like, this is a completely different timeline, brother. And when was the last time we were like, oh, Paper X is not going to make playoffs? I don't think there ever was a time like that. So it's definitely a new experience for a lot of us. And I'm sure for the players and Alex as well, this is something new that we got to get over. And if we can, we're going to get back and become so much stronger, I feel,
Yeah,
because of this
for sure.
experience.
This might change like everyone in the team, like
Yeah.
the spot that you guys are on right now. If
Yeah.
you come back from this, man, just win Toronto, man.
Is it- Wow! From this to that, you're
Can you imagine?
stretching, man. Even I
That
can
would be
tell
the
you you're stretching.
Craziest storyline
Yeah,
we've
No,
ever
but here's
had.
the thing, right? I always have this mindset that for you to make like a big ass comeback happen, you have to be so fucked up first,
True,
right?
Yeah.
You
true.
can only make a big comeback if you're like down 0-12. So
yeah.
maybe this
Maybe.
is the start of that legendary run that we.
I mean, I think obviously, like, if the roles get settled, then it's just going to come down to mentality.
Yeah.
Like, the players know they can do it. You know,
Mhm,
like, there's no doubt about the capability of the Paper X players. Like, they're all very, very good. But you can see it. You can see it in their faces. You can see it, like, when they
Yeah.
show, like, the player cams, like, in between rounds and during timeouts. Like, they're not really talking that much.
Yeah.
They were on Fracture because they were winning, right? Not that one, but a different one. They're not that
Yeah.
Fracture, but another Fracture. But anyway, but you could tell, like, when the maps that they're winning, like, it's like old Paper X vibes, right? And then on the maps where you could tell they don't feel comfortable, it's like
Yeah.
right out the rip.
Yeah.
There's something different. And so I think if you could find that old form, should be okay, you would suspect.
Like it's like
Yeah.
largely a mental thing. There was that super huge, large Alex crash out as well.
Oh, yeah,
Well, to be
I've
fair,
never seen.
he was saying what everyone was saying.
True, true.
What
Y'all
Irving
can read
Meyer,
his
right?
lips, right? Y'all can
Oh, yeah.
lip his reads.
Can we
Uh,
roll
yeah,
that?
Lip his
Can we
reads?
roll
You
that?
wanna roll that clip?
Roll that clip.
Sure, Joandy.
I know
It's,
Joandy's got this
we
somewhere.
Go.
Joandy's probably got it archived.
I love it. He
somewhere.
goes straight
He
to
probably watches it before his sleep or something.
Reddit. Reminds me of
Yeah,
that.
it's
Who's
that one. It's
coach?
the angriest I've ever, I think, or is it that one?
Who's that
Angriest
coach
I've
from
ever heard
Strike?
Alex
The
speak.
top one.
Honestly,
Top one.
paper like
No, that's 4 months
casting
ago
that
now.
moment
Oh,
and
right.
then
That's-
watching it happen. I wasn't entirely sure what to say afterwards. Like
That's it.
Oh,
I
this is
still had
why.
to say stuff, right? But
Yeah.
it's like, whoa.
Oh my god.
It's hard to watch. I mean,
Holy shit.
yeah,
bro.
why did you buy that? Yep.
Aaron,
Sliggy's just freaking laughing.
look at Aaron, bro.
Even Mind
Aaron
Freak's
couldn't
like,
move,
oh
bro.
god. I want to pick Mind Freak's brain about what it was like.
Oh yeah, for
To
sure.
sit
Man. That would be fun, man.
What,
That would be fun.
like, how much warmer? I think he should bring a thermometer in with him the next time and
Much
see how much the
warmer.
temperature goes up. Well, Alex is losing his mind in there.
That would be fun.
Knowing
Aaron
how
Freak
cold
next.
Mind Freak is, it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
The temperature would be
I like
balanced.
that. I like
He is
that.
the Iceman. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, man.
Dubstep, I have a question, man. How would you fix this? How would you fix what we have here at PaperX?
I'm starting
That's
my
not
job?
a question, by the way.
What?
That's
This
a,
is your interview.
This is
yeah.
like
I mean-
an interview.
I mean, from what you were saying, I've been in this situation before, like individually, like
Mm.
changing roles every time it doesn't work. I have to change roles. I think that's a really bad way to approach it. For me, if you're gonna change roles, just commit to it. Like if you lose one game, if you lose two games, you have to commit to it.
Yeah, fuck it.
It doesn't have to be a change that would click. It has
Mm.
to be a change that you would
commit.
train for a long time, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It has to be a change that you have to work for. It doesn't mean that everything has to click.
Right.
something like that.
Because
So
obviously, if we're not changing, nothing's gonna change. So we just
yeah,
gotta change and stick, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
so it feels like I don't know, man. Like for me, it's about like committing to the role.
Mm,
It's hard to play multiple roles in this game. It's very confusing.
okay.
Well, there goes PRX so far. Next matchup that they have got going for him will be versus DFM. And Clint, you're the only guy I want to ask about DFM right now, real quick. How? Why?
They're broken. I think it's a mental thing. I think it's partly like a similar thing to Paper X, like we talked about earlier, where players are not comfortable on their agents. I mean, you know, May is a really good Jet player. I don't think he's that great on Yoru yet. His raise is solid, but not great. He had better raise performances last year, which is why I'm a little confused why he hasn't been playing that well on that either. So I think you need to figure out, are we just going to play what was working for us in the off season, which is like basically May on Raise Jet, Art mostly on Sova. Is GN actually good enough to compete at this level? Because we know Sesu at least can do the right stuff with his util, whereas GN looked pretty shaky. He's starting to look better. His aim is good. His util stuff, I'd really have to sit down and dissect it to kind of get a better idea if I thought he was up to par. But his aim is fine. He looks like he's settling in as far as like the nerves go. But with a team that should be performing better than they are, there's got to be something or someone who's going to take accountability here and either step down or lose their job. Probably, I think, because things are just too rough right now.
And I think at the start of the year, we kind of had them a bit like mid-pack for our predictions, right? For like our tier list before we kind of started the competitive year. And it's been, I guess, kind of it hasn't been a happy ride for them. You look at every series that they played, and at least one map has been a blowout. Like it wasn't even like close losses. O2, not a single map won so far this stage, and Gen.G blew him out 2 games. Right? They only got 5 rounds in the entire series.
Yeah.
6 or
It's not
5
good.
rounds.
13-2, 13-4.
Oh, well,
Holy shit.
definitely not a that puts things into perspective for DFM, and hopefully they can bounce back from that. Let's look at the other side of the group Omega, though, on the lower end. Team Secret. We'll save that one for last. Actually, let's talk about.
We
Nongshim.
talked about him a lot. I mean, I think we
we
kinda
moved from
know.
that. We moved from
Yeah.
that.
Move on.
Nongshim, I actually think Nongshim has a chance here to take over ZETA. They played their arguably most difficult games that they're going to have to play in the stage. Their next 2 matchups, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be ZETA and Team Secret. Yes. And those are 2 teams I think they could beat and make it into the playoffs for.
Oh yeah, why is Zeta on top of Nongshim with the same like score? Like they have Nongshim has better round differences.
They have the map differential.
Oh
It's,
yeah,
3-4, 3-5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Map
that
difference.
first before round, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, you guys agree? You think Nongshim is going
Yeah,
to make it?
on board with that assessment.
Probably. Yeah.
But
I don't see why they shouldn't.
yeah,
They
but
should
I
be
have
better.
to say though, Nongshim, I don't know if it's the neon, which I don't think it is, but they don't seem as explosive and as, I don't know, as sharp as they showed up last time. So
They
definitely
tried some
something.
weird stuff.
Yeah, weird stuff is, I guess, the way to describe what's
Really?
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ISO with Ivy on ISO.
Right.
That was bizarre.
Oh, I can tell you, Waylay is not working out for them. So I think they've
100%.
No,
realized
they're not
that.
doing Waylay.
They're
They're just
not
gonna go
doing it.
neon. They're
They
going.
shouldn't do Waylay.
Yeah.
Persia hasn't been playing well either.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, he's the anchor of the team.
He's usually the stud, like the guy who's like gonna clutch rounds
Yeah.
for you when you
Yeah,
need him
yeah.
to, and he hasn't. He's been
that's
not
what
so
I'm
good.
saying, right? Like they just not showing up as often as they did.
I'm predicting Zeta for that one. Fuck it.
Really?
I mean,
okay.
I always predict the Japanese teams. They need
No
someone.
way.
right?
You do?
You know what? I'm
They,
gonna
they
go
need
with you, man.
someone, okay?
I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you. I'll go with ZETA because like I
Even
said,
though it's been
I-
2 weeks, but
yeah, sure.
They need
They'll have
somebody
enough
in their
time.
corner. Yeah. I mean,
Zeta.
to be fair, the two teams they did lose against was Talon and T1. T1, understandable. Talon, a team they also lost against during kickoff, so they're 0-2 against them. Seems like Talon have their number pretty good. Although both were 3-map series, so there was a chance for Nongshim to win either of those. But yeah, I think as far as things go, are we super surprised about the brackets right now and how things are shaping up to be, or like,
Some surprises.
for you for sure, but like,
Hey.
I mean,
Group
yeah,
Alpha
I'd
is a
say-
surprise.
yeah.
Well, I think maybe we
Boom.
expected, Boom to do well,
Boom,
but not this
definitely.
well, you know?
oh yeah,
5 big booms.
5 big boom, boom,
mean-
boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
That's 4. Anyway.
I don't know how many it is. I don't know that Banga Boys song. Like, fuck. The only reason I know anything about that song is because of this team. Like, I've never even heard it.
Really?
From this
Wait,
team.
you
No.
have ever heard it?
No, I
What?
hadn't ever heard it. I don't know. I don't
way.
like. I don't remember it.
Maybe it's an
The only Banga
Asian-
Boys song I remember is like, what is that song? It's like da 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 da. da. Was that them?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I guess those kind of bops are just common in Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
in
think
general.
so.
Like dubstep, we call it bodots, right? Like
Yeah.
like Eurobeat.
All
but
right,
like,
right.
Right.
Oh yeah. Now that you mentioned it,
Right. It's a thing. Like you're gonna hear like a tuk-tuk drive by and they're
Mhm.
blasting that.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, it's almost like 2 hours, I think this episode has been. We're
Yes,
gonna
it
start
has been.
wrapping up here now. No games for this episode. I think we're gonna try and get back with more games and hijinks on the next one. I mean, Dubstep, it's been great to have you. Anything you want to tell your folks back at home, tell your folks, your fans, everybody, anything you want to let out there to the rest of the internet world?
First and foremost, thanks for having me, and I really miss you guys, like each and every one of you. Like
Oh,
seeing
man.
you guys every day, like back in the days I was competing. That was good times, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
sure.
So
You got to come back some point. Just at least
Yes,
for
who
vacation.
knows?
At
Who
least for
knows?
vacation. At least for
Assistant
vacation.
coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Assistant coach.
So yeah, if anyone's looking for assistant coach, hit me up on Twitter, guys. Okay.
Not even a joke, guys. Not even a joke.
Yeah, not even a
Perfect.
joke.
Perfect.
Not even a joke.
I mean, you have some dude who works at a team organization right here. CP Studios for you.
I'll help you, Alex. We'll slam the desk together.
I'm sure you can help with that. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I really had a lot of
Thank
fun.
you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
man.
It
Yeah.
was really fun.
Thank you. And thanks for joining us for the, can you guys believe it, 10th
Man.
YAP2ASIA
Damn.
episode. I remember we were still talking about this like almost how long has it been? Not even a year. Never mind.
No.
Nostalgia it doesn't count yet. It's not enough time for nostalgia. All right.
No, not
Well,
yet.
10 episodes so far. It has been Sleepy, Black and Blue, Quack, Dubstep, and Paper Thin. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys on the next one when we come back. More YAP2ASIA for you all.